2.
Hello, everybody. It's Monday. It is October 16th. It is sunny. It is nice. It is LA. It's a rainy day out here in Los Angeles. I have hair again.
Rub it in.
Looking at my buzzed head, why is this seems too pointy, doesn't it? Like,
Yeah, I mean, I thought your perfect hairline was just a straight line across your forehead, but you seem to have a bit of a widow's peak going on.
I wouldn't say a straight line. That's like weird DJ Khaled business. But I don't know. It's just a little surprising to see, don't you guys think? Like,
shocking.
Might have to look into plugs.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you, everybody.
Book you a flight to Turkey right now.
Thank you. Yes, thank you, everybody, for being here. Nice to see you, that anybody's here after Friday and the weekend. There are people here, right? Because I don't have the stream open.
You mean fans of the H3 podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're our fans. They're watching the show right now.
Okay, good. I wasn't sure if they'd be here.
I am her biggest fan.
How's everybody's weekend?
I spent the majority of it sick, but I'm better today.
You sound great today.
Yesterday I was starting to feel better, and today it seems to be gone.
Very good, Dan.
Yep.
We'd love to hear that. Sick. Anyone else got anything they want to share with the class before I...
Anyone?
I signed on a new apartment, me and Lena.
Let's go, dude!
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I couldn't remember if we talked about it or not.
No, we didn't.
Okay. I said something about that may be compromising AB's address.
All right, Sssniperwolf.
It was a minor infraction, but out of abundance of caution, right, AB? We button that out.
Appreciate that. People were telling me not to tell you my new address so that you don't leak it on a Tuesday.
I know where you live,
Yeah,
bro.
it's not Tuesday.
I know where you live. You know, but AB was saying I don't know how much got cut off, but he got a new spot. It's bigger.
I see people congratulating AB, so I think they got the news.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Happy for you.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Is that a new record? Actually, I think we had one even earlier than that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it was like the bottom right off the gate one.
Yeah.
We had an earlier one.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've done worse.
Yeah.
Eventually, because it happens retroactively, you'll say something literally in the first 5 seconds, and the show will just open with the button screen.
We haven't done that yet,
Yeah.
close. I think the worst one was pretty dang close.
Didn't you literally hit the bottom right as and you said, what happens if I do this? And you did it.
Maybe.
I don't remember that.
I think that happened.
Well, anyway.
Smash that button.
Thanks for being here. Obviously, I don't know anyone that's been following my journey since Thursday when we had I thought we had a really nice episode of Leftovers. Actually, and I will say, just to be totally, I guess, let's go from a higher view on all this. Is that the comments on the podcast that we did are terrific, and people showed a lot of appreciation for the honestness of the conversation and kind of the different perspectives that we took. I like one of the top comments was that we both exist in each other's blind spots, which I thought was really kind of a
saw that one.
nice way to look at it.
Yeah.
Different perspectives.
Yeah.
So
Gary V.S. podcast.
Yeah. So, and by the way, huge hit was turning the chat off on Leftovers, which I'm pretty sure that needs to be a consistent now. That was so important, man. But even without that, it did descend into some pretty nasty stuff. We were talking about it in our group chat. A lot of us have been getting this. AB, you had mentioned it to me. The expectations that people on both sides have on any of us to express ourselves in the exact same way that they expect, or that like silence is, I don't know, but like Hila's getting a ton of fucking hate from Israelis who are like, dude, Hila has a friend who told her because she's not speaking up more, she has the blood of the dead Israelis on her hands.
Jesus.
That's psychotic.
It is psychotic.
That's a psychotic thing to say.
You're getting it, Zach?
I've gotten a couple messages, yeah.
AB, you don't want to talk? You don't have to.
No, I'll talk about it. I mean, listen, I've fought for Palestinian rights for a long time. Since I was in college, there was a big wall of flags in the University Center at University of Michigan Dearborn, and they didn't have Palestine on there, and I was the one that fought to get Palestine put on there. Clearly I stand with Palestine, and I feel for the innocent people in Israel as well. But yeah, I'm terrified to comment on it, because if I say something wrong, or even if I'm defending Palestine or whatever side I'm defending, if I don't say it in the correct way, I'm afraid I'm gonna get shit.
There's always
something.
There's always something that you didn't say perfectly.
Yeah.
That will be twisted into the most heinous interpretation of what you could possibly dream to take. And I told Hila, I told Hila, don't say anything, because it doesn't matter what you say. Either side is going to dogpile on you. And for example, Hila posted, did I not link that? The thing that Hila restored? Is that in the doc?
I don't know if I saw it, but I think I could find it.
Yeah,
quite
pull that
quickly.
up. Hila reposted the art of an Israeli artist.
Here's one of them.
So the first one she posted was this. It's Netanyahu with blood on his hands. The caption says something like, the adult in charge or something.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the first post. And then the second post.
Here's the second.
Was this, which depicts a really, horrific scene. I think the art is interesting just from the perspective of almost like a child, of which there was a lot there. And it says, "We do not forgive, we do not forget" in Hebrew, and it's pointing to the picture of Netanyahu, who has blood on his hands in that photo. And so the immediate reaction was people started just going, especially on our subreddit, and just saying like the most heinous things about Hila that she's like, I mean, you can imagine. I don't need to repeat. And so I had to put out this fucking statement being like, this is just a lot of what's been happening. I don't know if you have, do I have that statement that I put out?
I have it. If you'd like me to pull it up, 1 second. Wait, this is part 2, right?
Yeah, that's part 2.
Okay, sorry,
Thank you, R. Kelly. Thank you, AB. Or that's awesome. Anyway,
has R. Kelly weighed in on this situation at all?
I just said, dumb fucks. You should at least fucking understand what it is you're looking at before you call someone like a murderer, a genocidal maniac. I'm just saying, like, before you accuse someone of being a genocidal murderer, you should at least spend 1 second trying to understand what the fuck it actually says. It was here it is. It was literally a post that was expressing, from the Israeli perspective, rage at the government's failure and blaming this all on the government, Netanyahu, who we all hate, by the way. Said, "Dear dumb fucks going after Hila for this post." It literally says, "We do not forgive and we do not forget," while pointing at Netanyahu. It's really rage at the government. He has blood on his hands. And so I don't know what it is, but there's just a lot of people who were just being really uncharitable to me and Hila. Just nasty, 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 nasty stuff. Which is disappointing because I feel like I'm genuinely trying to keep my mind open and learn and like understand the Palestinian perspective. And I feel like I am doing that. I feel like I am learning more and becoming more empathetic. But I genuinely feel that there's just way too many people that see like Israelis equal evil. All Israelis equal settlers. All Israelis equal settlers. And you know, when you say anyway, that's whatever. That's a whole different conversation. But there was one tweet I saw, and this isn't the first time I saw it, but I saw someone post it and it was getting lots of likes. And the beautiful irony of this is, so it's a cartoon somebody created who put a lot of fucking effort into making a cartoon of Hila in an IDF uniform with a automatic weapon. And, you know, she's got like that kind of Nazi Jewish propaganda face, and she's just killing kids. She's just mowing down his Palestinian babies. And what's kind of, I don't know, it's definitely not funny. I don't know what it is. You guys tell me. I know that shit was made by Nazis, like literal Nazis. Mm-hmm. And the people who I saw who were tweeting it this time were leftists. Mm-hmm. So I saw Nazis and leftists clapping hands together to say, you know, fuck Israel. We agree on that. Let's clap it up, brother. And that was a weird feeling for me, and I was in a pretty bad shape. And so I've been trying to erase Twitter. I've been trying all weekend. Do you guys know how? And by the way, I can't. Thank you. I can't deactivate my account because it makes my handle open, which is insane. Obviously, that would be insane to let
somebody else grab it.
You know. So that's not an option. So I was trying to figure out ways to just erase all my tweets, all my likes. And it is so fucking hard. Dude, I was trying all weekend. It was really upsetting me because I just needed to get out of there. I did finally figure out a way to, I guess you can download your Twitter data, which you have to wait 24 hours for. And then I bought some software that I could put the Twitter data in. And it seems like just right now, like just right before we started the show, it looks like all my tweets were successfully erased, which is nice. That was driving me crazy. And then the next thing is I just want to erase all my likes, which I guess is there's like 30,000 of them. It's like, God damn.
Delete.
30 fucking. So it's a pretty monumental task, I guess.
Click
So
delete.
once the tweets and likes are gone and it's burned, I'm going to erase the app.
Hell yeah. Let's fucking go, dude.
Bye-bye to all the psychos there.
Welcome back to Threads, baby.
Maybe I'll join Threads. I did say I'm a threadhead. Yeah. The one thing I will say, though, and again, because it's important to look at this from a high-up perspective, that while a lot of leftists were very cruel in their assessment of me and Hila, that there was something that took place. There was actually, I guess, in the Arabic or the Muslim community, there was a clip of me talking about, you know, how I was affected seeing some of the things that were coming out of Gaza. And it was getting shared a lot in social media of people saying like, Oh, here, thanks, AB.
Yeah, I'm getting shit on in Dearborn, but you're a goddamn hero.
That's
Even my
funny.
aunt sent it to me. She's like, he made me cry with this.
Aww.
I was like, that's nice. Just stick to
Yeah,
the
I think
clip.
that's very important to keep in mind, Ethan.
I
Is that and that's why I applaud you deleting Twitter. Get off of that shit because it's just brain poison, and it can.
Rat hole.
It's designed for pylons. You know, it is literally designed for that, and you're not really getting a clear picture of the community. And I think, as evidenced by that, I mean, I think a lot of ordinary people, if they heard your position, and as evidenced by this clip that's gone viral in AB's hometown, I think and people understand that your heart's in the right place.
They said American-Israeli content creator Ethan Klein broke down while speaking about Palestinians killed by Israeli airstrikes in Gaza. Klein condemned the Israeli siege of Gaza while co-hosting the Leftovers podcast on Thursday with American-Turkish political commentator Hassan Piker. The comments still have humanity in him, thank God. Proof you can be Jewish and Israeli and have a good heart. Beautiful display of humanity, compassion, and love. This is the only thing to fix a broken world.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
And so I'm glad that happened because it helped me a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, the people on Twitter, it's like these people think they're activists, but they really don't care about. They really don't care about doing anything meaningful because going on Twitter and spreading really nasty propaganda or calling someone like me a fucking apartheid genocidal maniac and all that stuff and retweeting cartoons of Ela murdering.
Little neo-Nazi cartoons, by the way.
That's
Keep
that
pointing
is.
it
I
out.
mean, isn't that something?
No, yeah. I mean, the irony of that was not lost on me.
Makes you. I don't know. It makes me. But again, the beautiful thing was that this whole AB sent it to me, and then I guess a lot of people were seeing it, and that to me was very nice. That to me was very meaningful, and it. It really did. It says a lot because, like, the reaction that I saw people having to that was really simply a reaction to somebody, an Israeli American, or even somebody on. Because listen, I'm fully aware that the media in America, especially, and I think in most Western countries right now, are like vastly on the side of Israel. Are like uncritically supportive of Israel.
Here, this is a poll.
And politicians, especially, which is the worst part, who are just like enabling the worst things that Israel is doing.
Saw this on NPR this morning.
So
Just to put the pylon in perspective.
This is important to remember. Publicly supports Israel is the like teal column.
Yes.
So overall, 65% support Israel. Gray is they
Gray
don't
is
care.
unsure,
And then the yellow, which is what number is that?
8%.
They criticize Israel. Now that as a whole is insane. I mean, 8% criticize Israel. That's crazy. I mean, that
we gotta get those numbers up.
So like I want to, bear in mind. Again, I'm trying to look at all this from the high level. Is that at the end of the day, however much you'll hear me trying to speak up for the Israeli perspective and talking about a lot of the propaganda that I see against Israelis and Jews and the kind of radical language that I'm seeing that I think is dangerous, I want to make it very clear that I understand that looking at this poll, the big problem is Israel, okay? And the uncritical support that people have for it. But at the same time, I do think it's important to convey Israelis as complex human beings and not caricatures of that they're all genocidal monsters. Because that's not productive at all. Like, how can you say that you want peace, that you want change, that you're an activist, meaning that you're activating for change. You can't achieve that by looking at the enemy, quote unquote enemy, as one-dimensional people. There's such a huge diversity of people in Israel. And by the way, right now, the majority of them fucking hate the government and blame the government. I'll also say that. I mean, everything that's happening now is the direct actions of a extremely conservative, violent, genocidal government that was made by Benjamin Netanyahu out of desperation to hold on to power. He made a coalition with basically Israeli Nazis. I mean, they're like fascists. I mean, that's what they're trying to do. And what's interesting is right before this, there was massive protests in Israel because Netanyahu and his fascist party was trying to basically declaw the judicial system to put any meaningful checks on the executive branch. So they were trying to do a massive power grab, which is definitely a symptom of a fascist government. And there was massive protests in Israel against that, including a huge percentage of IDF members who refused to report to duty. Like 20% or something, who refused to report to duty because of their efforts to declaw the judicial system.
Ben.
Is that for BB? Are we in BB's
that's
walls?
Pretty good. Ben. That is Benjamin Netanyahu.
I'm inside your walls, Ben.
Oh no.
And I've been watching the news heavily. And again, I want to be as supportive as possible of what the Palestinians are going through, while also providing what I think is an important Israeli perspective on things. For example, a 6-year-old kid was murdered in Chicago.
Oh my God, this story is so fucking...
by his crazed landlord who hates Muslims and Palestinians. I don't think he's Jewish. He's just a fucking maniac.
Yeah.
But regardless, it doesn't really matter. I mean, but
landlord.
that's a result of the kind of crazed coverage you see by politicians in America and most of the media, you know. It's kind of funny, actually. It was posted by... I acknowledge that oh, yeah, see it. Oh, dude, I can't... It's so fucking sad. It's so sad, dude. This beautiful child. And so, like, you know, hate crimes are up. By the way, for Jews and Muslims / Palestinians, Arabs, whatever. But this was certainly just the worst thing that came out of this that I saw over the weekend. I mean, what the fuck? Look at this beautiful child. He's. How could you do that?
Genuinely don't know. Can't even imagine.
And then, like, you know, if you of all the Israelis that I fucking criticize and hate the most, besides the government, are the Western settlers, who are literally monsters. Over the weekend, settlers killed like 60 people in the West Bank's families.
Jesus.
Do you have that story?
I don't. I saw something about it. It's just been such a deluge of horrifying news that it's hard to even keep up. Let's see.
By the way, these settlers are armed and enabled by the government. I saw a video of a dude, a crazed settler. He was having an argument with a Palestinian guy. He had a rifle in his hand, a military-grade rifle, and Israeli settlers take advantage of Gaza chaos to attack Palestinians in West Bank. Settlers and soldiers have killed 51 Palestinians in West Bank since Saturday. At least 2 Palestinian villages have been entirely depopulated.
Whew. God.
I saw a video of I mean, he's having an argument with a Palestinian guy, and obviously you can't tell what they're talking about because it's filmed from really far away. But he has a military-grade rifle. The Palestinian guy is standing like this. The settler charges towards him like really aggressively. The Palestinian guy's got his hands up. He's not moving because he's not like hands up like surrendering. He's just trying to show that he's not threatening him physically. Like, I'm not trying to
I
want to
fight you.
And the settler, he pushes him and then like slowly and deliberately lifts his rifle and shoots him in the stomach. And there's an IDF soldier standing right behind him that just like waves him back to safety. Because behind him, like, 20 feet was a group of his friends, I'm assuming. And, you see this a lot when you see footage of Palestinians, but the way that they swoop in and pick them up and carried them off for medical care is like so routine to them. You can tell they were so fast and efficient at carting off their friend who was shot. And it's, they're really efficient at it because they're doing it all the time. And this guy, I don't think he's been punished. I don't think he's even been investigated because he's doing what he's meant to be doing. Also in Gaza, the Israeli government has been telling everybody to evacuate Gaza City, which is a city of like
1.1 million?
1.1 million. Again, it's worth mentioning that 50% of them are under 18. 40% of them are under 14. They're being ordered to mass evacuate out of Gaza City because Israel's planning a ground invasion to try to root out Hamas.
Which I think is starting today.
The
Before we went live, I was seeing that it looks like they're staging to go in now.
I have to say, I'm quite surprised that it took this long because they said they were going to go in after 24 hours, and I think that the international community, Biden, has been putting a lot of pressure on them to ease the fuck up. And
I hope so, at least behind the scenes. Publicly,
he is.
Yeah.
I think that the other. I mean, there's quote unquote good news, but that they opened back up the means for water, electricity, fuel, and medical aid. So that is coming back into Gaza.
From
finally.
the Egyptian border, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know, because the Egyptians closed their border too, so I'm not even sure where it's coming. I don't know the logistics.
No, I think
it might be coming from boats. I don't know.
No.
It's like AIDS?
No. My understanding is the relief columns are coming in from the Rafah crossing, it's called, down in.
Okay, so anyway, they're letting it back in, and Israel, which controls the utilities, the water, electricity,
Yeah, that's still
and
off.
gas, which was turned off for like a week?
I think since the day after the attack, right? Or within 2 days?
Yeah, was restored.
Oh, I hadn't seen that.
That it was restored. Yeah, I heard last night that they opened back up the flow
Okay, maybe I haven't seen that.
of utilities. But again, you think about, I look at this one child and it breaks my heart. This kid who was murdered by this psychotic maniac.
The one in Chicago?
Yeah. But then you think 40% of the 2 million people that live in Gaza are under 14. That's like, 800,000 kids. And Israel cut off food from entering for like a week. Food. People were starving. I saw people were rationing off their food to their kids while the parents didn't eat anything. Like they literally didn't have food. It was like a frenzy trying to get a pita bread from like the bakery. How fucking crazy is that? It makes no sense. Like what? And again, like I don't even see the defense. Like, how do they even defend that? Like, how is that how does that benefit the military to cut off food? Because here's the thing. Hamas has stockpiles of equipment. They are prepared for a ground invasion. They have a vast network of tunnels, and they're stocked up on that shit. So the people who are definitely not starving is Hamas.
The Hamas.
They're the only people not starving. So I don't understand even the military justification for doing that. And water.
It does just seem like cruelty. I'm not seeing anything about them. I think that they still have all the utilities cut off.
Hold on. Water was definitely turned back on.
Let's see, water turned.
Yeah, I'm seeing this one article. Israel restores water supply to southern Gaza to encourage evacuation of north.
Yeah, they did that.
Okay.
I think even a couple days ago.
Got it. I mean, yeah.
That's kind of important.
Water's pretty important.
Yeah. So, having said all that, because I want to emphasize again that I want to look at this all from the highest vantage point possible, and while fully acknowledging
different perspectives.
Thank you, Gary. That's Gary V approves of mine. Listen, guys, I'm just doing what Gary V told me to do.
Yeah.
He's my
Now, put that phone down. Different perspectives.
Oh, and you're getting rid of Twitter. You listen. Oh, did I just breathe?
perspectives.
You've been silenced.
I've been silenced.
Oh, your screen is frozen, Dan.
Yeah, I see that.
Is that okay? And so, while fully acknowledging the plight of Palestinians under the government of Israel, under the violence that's being acted on. Oh yeah, the other thing I didn't say is that a caravan was apparently bombed while they were going south, like the army told them to do. 70 people died. Again, 40% of those are kids. Whenever you hear people dying, 40% are kids. It's terrifying.
It really is.
It's horrible.
You see what's going on at the White House today?
What?
I actually just saw it right before we went live. Let me pull it up. Basically, there's a huge demonstration by an American Jewish group outside the White House calling for ceasefire.
Oh, I've seen, yeah, that's nice. I've seen, I mean, there's
pretty
a lot
big
of Jews
crowd,
out
too.
there. Look, there's a lot of Jews out there.
Jews.
In particular, American Jews, or just non-Israeli Jews, I guess I should say.
There are a lot of Israeli Jews as well.
Sure. I mean, naturally, here in the States, it's going to be American Jews primarily.
Oh, there's a lot of crazy-ass Israel supporters here in America, too. Like, damn. I mean, Hamas was saying, like, the media coverage in Israel is way more nuanced even than our conservative coverage here.
Right. Yeah, no. And I've continued to see that. It's shocking.
Which, again, is something that people need to bear in mind. When they look at Israelis as one-dimensional, just people that hate Arabs and want to kill them, is that the Israeli media has long been very critical. Even when I lived there, these newspapers like Haaretz And there's the J Post, which I don't think is super liberal, but the Haaretz in particular has always been extremely critical of what Israel's doing when the war crimes are happening. And Haaretz is one of the most popular papers in Israel. So I'm just telling you guys that we need to view these people all as complex, three-dimensional beings. So again, the reason I say all that, not the reason, but now that I've said all that about what's happening in Gaza and the West Bank, frankly, or just Palestinians in general, because I want people to bear in mind that they are the victims, okay? They are the ones being they're the ones that are being, put in a ghetto and being rounded up and fucked with and murdered. Okay, so fully acknowledging that. But then here's where people lose their mind, is that when I want to talk about Israelis as human beings, they don't want to fucking hear it. There was some stuff I saw that was just so disturbing over the weekend. Let me see. This one. Now, this clip is, I think she is a Hassan mod. I think, just like Frogan. And so Hassan is not associated with them. This, again, I don't say that to put blame on him, but these are a lot of the people that are watching Leftovers episodes. And so anyway, here's her take, and then I'll respond to it.
The conscription is mandatory, but you can go to jail for like a couple months if you refuse to join. There have been lots of people who have protested their government by doing so. And I get that that's a big sacrifice to ask of the Israeli people that live there, but I'm just personally not a fan of I had to do it, I was forced to do it. I feel like you start getting really close to like Nuremberg trial type shit there.
So she's trying to compare anyone drafted into the IDF mandatory conscription to being a fucking Nazi. Now, if you need an update on the Nuremberg trials, and I'm not gonna be super mean, okay? I'm gonna be charitable to her, but I just want to talk about this point, okay? The Nuremberg trials was held by the Allies after World War II ended to charge prominent Nazis with war crimes. It was like 20 people. They were admirals, SS officers, people that had an active role in exterminating Jewish people. 20 of them. So comparing someone who's conscripted to the IDF as a fucking Nazi is pretty rich. And let me tell you what, IDF is not like Western armies as we understand it. The IDF is ingrained into the culture, the fabric of society there. Because it's mandatory, because it's conscription, because it's so large, the IDF has so many different roles in society. There's so many different jobs that you can have in the IDF. Also, like, people want to say this about Eli. I mean, she served in the IDF, like, at this point, God, it must have been like 15, 20 years ago. So, like, it's different if you're being drafted right now and you're like, I don't want to go. I mean, okay, I get that. But, like, you can't look at anyone who's in the IDF and say Nuremberg trial. That's fucked up.
I mean, okay, I'm going to try and be charitable to her position here and push back a little bit. I think that's probably a poor analogy to draw because of the historical association with Nazis and extermination of Jews. I think what she's trying to say is that the excuse of just following orders has been found to not be sufficient to people.
Dude,
but that's in reference to specific
20 people were tried in the Nuremberg, approximately. I don't know the exact number.
Right.
Following orders, I mean, it's just not a fair characterization to say. The vast majority of people in the IDF are not on the front line killing people. The majority of people, it's a small percent of the IDF that's even on the front line taking on combat, I would say. And so this notion that every IDF person is just following orders, it dehumanizes them.
Yeah, I mean,
it dehumanizes them. And I'll say this: it makes it sound like they're all valid targets of terrorism. It's this one attitude that I have a problem with, is saying like every Israeli is a settler. Because if that's the case, settler babies,
right?
Then everybody's fair game to war and terror and violence. That's what this does. If you're in the IDF, which is basically 99% of all Israelis, and I'll let you know, although I don't think this girl cares, but just to explain, you're 18 when you join the IDF. You're not a woke. You're not mentally developed. Like, you know.
That's more along the lines of my thinking, that you have, I mean, this systematic problem of mass conscription and universal conscription. I mean, the military does. I mean, even if you're not on the front lines, like you said, or if somebody's like a secretary like Ela, you can argue that you're still a part of the machine and contributing to these acts. However, I mean, this is a society that you are indoctrinated into from a very young age, and I think a lot of us, I think everyone would like to think that they would have that attitude, that they're a 17-year-old kid and that they would have the moral character to say no and to go to jail and to be ostracized by their peers as a result. And I would like to think that if I was in that position, I would do that. But how can I really say that? And how can anybody really say that without living like that?
Listen, if you don't join the military in Israel, you're basically a social outcast. You can't even find work afterward.
Right. And there's an immense amount,
you're disowned. You're shunned by your family,
which
your
is
friends,
terrible,
everything.
and is a problem, and speaks to kind of the sickness that's going on in that society. But I don't know. To put that on a bunch of teenagers that likely don't know anybody. I don't know.
They're 18 years old. They don't have fucking any experience in the world, okay? Their only experience growing up has been a lot of propaganda that, you know, I myself heard when I was living there. And so, I'm sorry, but... And by the way, the IDF is not a monolith. There's such a huge swath of types of different people, because like I said, it's not like how we understand the military in America or other Western countries. I don't know. It's everybody. Everybody. It's part. And by the way, besides, you know, what's happening with Palestinians, there are legitimate security issues and legitimate jobs that the army does have to do, not just militarily, for the country. So people have this civic duty, the civic expectation to undergo this. And so to compare them all like Nuremberg trials is just, again, it's the dehumanization. We're not achieving anything when we look at them all like Nazi war criminals. Okay? How the fuck are you ever going to achieve any kind of understanding or peace as a leftist activist if you're going to just dismiss all Israelis, 99% of them who've been in the IDF, as Nuremberg Nazis, one-dimensional, hateful cowards. Even they're all cowards. And I love how she's like, yeah, you can go to jail for a couple months. I don't think she has any idea what she's talking about. What's the punishment for not going to the army? I know you go to jail. I don't know for how long. It's a lot. I think it's longer than months.
I thought it was a couple. I think it's a couple years, but I'll look at
Yeah, it's a couple years. It's not a good time. And like, dude, at least be honest. Don't be like, oh yeah, you go there for a couple of weeks. It's no big deal.
Let's see.
It's not a good.
Refusal to serve IDF.
Ben.
Yeah.
90 days? I mean, that is just 3 months.
90 days?
I'm trying to find a better source here.
Did you ask ChatGPT?
I did not ask ChatGPT.
Let me ask ChatGPT.
I was looking for a direct source. Here's an Reader's article about it.
GP's up.
All right, let's see what ChatGPT says. Let's see. Those who dodge the draft without exemption can face consequences. Criminal penalties. Evasion of military service is a criminal offense under Israeli law. Those who are found guilty can face prison. The duration can vary based on individual circumstances, and it's at the discretion of a military court. Civil penalties, in addition to potential jail time, individuals who evade the draft might also encounter civil penalties. They might be denied certain government benefits or job opportunities. Yeah. Social stigma. This is an illegal penalty, but it's worth noting that serving in the IDF is a significant rite of passage in Israeli society. Those who evade...
Wait, did you say that you can lose social, like, you can lose, like, welfare and stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, you become like you become a total outcast.
Service guarantees citizenship, right? From Starship Troopers?
Mm-hmm.
It's literally that.
I don't know about like removing. Yeah, they make your life hell. They do. They make your life hell. Limitation on travel. Oh wait, here. The social stigma. It's worth noting that the IDF is a significant rite of passage in Israeli society. The thing is, kids don't go off to college like they do here. Like go off to college and you're on your own. In Israel, it's the army. It is such
crazy.
a part of the culture there. When you finish high school, you go to the army, and that's your coming of age experience.
Year.
Yeah, exactly. That's how they do that.
Crazy.
Those who evade service might face social stigma or be viewed less favorable by certain segments of the population. Limitations on travel. Draft dodgers might find their ability to travel outside of Israel is limited, as they can be arrested upon their return. There are exemptions. This part is the fucking worst. The religious folks don't have to serve. Is that crazy? Crazy. Like they're forcing them to fight for these pieces of shit that won't even fight themselves. Medical or psychological examinations, stuff like that, can get you exempted.
So if you're an Orthodox Hasidic Jew, you don't have to go into the IDF.
There was some
There are religious exceptions. Yeah.
There was a really weird rule because the religious Orthodox in Israel, although it's not a huge percent of the population, it is a powerful one because everybody's always trying to get them involved in their coalition. And of course, they're super conservative, and they're part of Netanyahu's coalition. But they carved out at one point this fucking idea that their service to the state is they're just studying the Bible, and that's just as important. So they get an exemption so they can study the Torah. Crazy, right? So again, the purpose of me talking about this clip and all this is not, I'm not trying to malign her. I understand where she's coming from, right? It's easy to, you know what? I totally understand where she's coming from. It's easy to look at it and be like, you know, just don't join the IDF. But I want to explain how much more complicated it is than that, lest leftists look at all Israelis as fair game in the war of extermination. And let me ask you this. I mean, listen, a lot of the leftists that I've been listening to and hearing about, that I've talked about, they say that every Israeli is a occupier and they deserve anything that happens to them in the revolution. And so if you look at every Israeli as an occupier, what exactly is your plan for working this out in the end? So we have this idea of achieving peace, right? So I ask those of you who proudly say all Israelis are occupiers and valid targets for the freedom fighters of Hamas, I ask this very simple question. What happens to Israel when, I guess, they want like all the surrounding Arab countries to group up and invade? I don't know. I think that's their hope. What happens to all of these, quote, settlers, the 5-6 million Israelis who are all fair game? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, we can't use the genocide happening in Gaza to justify potentially another one. We have to be morally consistent. We have to be against violence of civilians and the freedom of people everywhere. Even if you fucking hate them, a lot of these people hate Israel and Israelis. You are too quick to become the monster that you're condemning. And I'm not saying that she's doing this. I'm just saying I see the path that they're walking and where it's leading to. That was just one example. I didn't like that, but you know, again, no hate to her. I'm just trying to explain my perspective on this. The next thing, this one was really, really fucked up, man. And the reason I show this one is just the amount of engagement and skepticism that it got. Here is, I don't even know if I can show this. Can you do one where it's blurred out? Or actually, I don't know. It's important to show for the context, though.
Are you talking about this one?
There's no body. There's just blood in it.
YouTube will. I mean, if you're concerned about that, I'm pretty sure YouTube will.
They demonetize. Probably.
Yeah. You can just describe it.
So, this was a photo release. Oh, thank you, AB. Mm-hmm. Oh, AB with the fucking...
AB for the win.
So here's the photo, okay? It's cropped because the bottom depicts a really bloody scene of dried blood. And then next to it is a coloring book, also covered in blood, except there's splatters of pink on the paper. And so the fine people of Twitter, who are now all forensic blood splatter experts, have all agreed that this photo is fake. The blood on the book is pink. Blood when it's wet is red, and it turns into a darker color when it dries. Okay, thank you to the forensic expert, Lin. Basic facts. So why is it pink? This tweet had like 100,000 likes, like 10 million views. And if you look into this, it's all over the place of people co-signing this, liking it. So what's happening here? They're looking at the scene of a child who was butchered by Hamas, and they're saying that it's fake. They're saying not only is it fake, but Israel is lying to us about people dying. Like there is right before our eyes, on a much smaller scale, this historical revisionism, you know, it's in the same vein as Holocaust denialism. We know kids died. We know lots of kids died. So what does it, first of all, what does it even matter if it is fake? We know the kids died. That being said, it's definitely not fake. I like that these people think that the Israeli government is, at one hand, too dumb to properly stage a death scene because of a little pink splatter, and at the same time, they're too smart and cunning because we own the world, or maybe that's not what they. Maybe that's not a fair. That's not a fair characterization. But imagine like that you're having a whole debate over the scene of where like a beautiful innocent child died, and you're all sitting there talking about how it didn't happen. You're sure it didn't happen. It's fake. I mean, I'm sorry. Once again, that's just.
Most of our chat is saying that it's fake.
It's not fake, you guys. I'm sorry to tell you. Why would you say it's fake? I mean, that's a horrible thing to say.
I don't know.
Especially, so you...
This is the first I'm hearing about any of this.
So let me ask you this. You think it's fake because there's a little pink splatter on the calendar. So is that enough? So this hunch that you have is enough to go and publicly call this site where a little girl was murdered that it never happened, that it was fake?
I see that there was a community tweet on that tweet.
It was a
community note.
Yeah, it's being brigaded by everybody. I saw posts of people being like, "Get in here and upvote this to say it's fake." Like it's a total bullshit.
Right, the note's not there anymore.
Yeah, because it got erased because it was bullshit. It said the note was something absurd like, "Oh yeah, blood doesn't turn pink when it goes on," like some dumb shit.
As readers added context, they thought people might want to know deoxygenated blood has a shade of dark red, so it is staging. The blood is not pink.
That's a community note. That's like just someone's opinion. Again, I'm not a fucking scientist, and I don't know why there's little splashes of pink, but I guarantee you, in the complexity, in the fucking bodily fluids being torn and bloodied all over the place, I'm not going to get caught up in the fact that there's a little splash of pink on her coloring book and sit there and talk and publicly say that this little girl who was killed by terrorists was faked. You better have a lot more evidence to say that shit. And again, why are we even discussing this? We know the kids died. This is straight up horrific propaganda. Bad, it's just horrible. And again, remember the context that I'm doing this all in the beginning, you know, keeping in mind the plight of the Palestinians and the horrible shit that happens, that's happening every minute there. My goal in doing this is to maintain a level of humanity for all civilians. Because there's going to be a blowback from all this shit eventually, one way or another, you know what I mean? And I think people are going to have no problem just killing Israelis. And I think we saw enough people that are comfortable with what Hamas did that I think there's going to be a lot of people who are just pretty okay with killing Israeli civilians. And I'm sorry if that makes me, you know, somehow insensitive, that I don't think civilians should die on either side. And I don't think it's appropriate to be guessing on the murder scene of a little beautiful innocent girl who was murdered by a terrorist, why she didn't actually die and why this is fake. Like, just think about it. Just think about what it means to say this is fake. You're saying to the vast majority of people engaging with this that this did not happen. And saying this did not happen leads to the Israelis are lying about everything. This leads to, I've heard people saying, the vast majority of the Hamas fighters, they were there peacefully. It was only a few that were bad. And again, it's like, this is historic revisionism. It's comparable to Holocaust denial. I mean, obviously on a way less scale, but it comes from the same place. Saying like, they're lying. They lie about everything. I genuinely don't think this photo is fake. And if you do think it's fake because of a community note that just had someone's opinion, and I saw screenshots, I saw lots of people being like, everybody get in here and upvote this community note, just brigading it. It was literally just someone's opinion. It's not a fact. It's not an article. And again, I can't get over the fact, like, if the Israeli government is trying to stage a death scene, why the fuck would they put pink on the calendar? You think, like, how can you can't think of them as that dumb, and yet, you know, you just can't. It's stupid. I don't know. Am I crazy? This photo is not fake.
I don't know. I mean, I'm only seeing this for the first time. I'm just seeing that a lot of people think it's fake. I think it's kind of moot. I mean, I think we all agree that innocent children died.
That's my point too. Is that
I think it is important in wartime to keep a skeptical mind about things that are coming out from official sources from both sides. So I can understand the skepticism, but I do agree that the full-chested, this
people are
is
saying
fake.
turn the chat off, Dan. Turn the chat off.
Okay.
Turn it off. We don't need people sharing their opinion on this in chat.
Okay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.
The point is that it did fucking happen.
Yeah, I mean,
and all this does is convince more people that somehow this didn't happen.
Right. Somebody sent, before we just turned off the chat, sent a super chat that said it reminds them of when right-wingers claim false flag on school shootings.
Yeah.
Which it does have kind of a similar energy. Different context, obviously. Very different context.
Dude,
but
every single piece of media I've seen about what happened to the civilians who were killed by Hamas is flooded by comments in the chat of saying it's fake, it looks fake, this didn't happen. Every time.
Yeah. But
go on TikTok, go on Twitter, go anywhere you read, go into the comment section. I'm just telling you that this is a dangerous sentiment to be putting forward. This is dangerous propaganda that you're interacting with here. What, Dan?
Oh, nothing.
That's my point on this. It happened. So what's the point of even being like, this is staged? Again, full acknowledgement of the 1,000+ kids that have died senselessly, murderously, tragically in Gaza and the horrific conditions they have. I talked about that. Ow, fuck, what was that? Scratched my eye. Yeah, I'm okay. I've talked about that at length, okay? Because I don't want people to think that I'm not caring about that also. But I do think it matters to see propaganda for what it is. And that all humans, all civilians, are deserving of not being killed. Because imagine you're wrong, though. This is where the scene of where a little girl lost her life. And then you're just playing guesswork. You're playing games about if it's real or if it's fake. The girl died. That's real. Why would they need to fake? She died. She was murdered by terrorists. I don't think that's just a fact, right? Seems a little silly. Okay, so there's that. And then, let's see here. God damn it, I closed my doc. I'm almost done here, guys. For those of you who are exhausted with this. this was another story I wanted to share because there was a moment during our conversation when I said a lot of the people who were killed by Hamas were peace activists. And I knew that because I saw them on the TV. I saw their families talking about it. I read about them. And Hassan met me with a little bit of skepticism on that. And I think it's important to, again, in an act of humanizing Israeli citizens, bring you this story about Bilha and Yakovi were peace activists and the parents of a prominent activist, Moaz Enon. They were killed on Saturday. The couple were killed in their farming collective, which lies just north of Gaza. So, this idea that, you know,
aren't the people that live on kibbutz generally?
They're communists, bro.
They're like hippie.
Yes, they're
type of
communes.
people. Right. Yeah.
They're literally communes. It's fucking a communist organization.
Right. So I guess shouldn't be surprising that a lot of them.
I've seen a lot of people saying too, like anyone that's like either they're talking about the rave, anyone who's partying outside or living outside of a concentration camp deserves it. I need to express, first of all, how small Israel is. It is not a huge country. So it's not like there's a huge amount of diversity of places to live. A lot of Israel is just barren desert, too. So people are not going there to revel in the suffering of Gazans, as proof of this article here. That's it. And then
did you see that video? It was like a 19-year-old girl who was on one of the kibbutz, and she posted a video ranting about how disgusted she is with the government and how it's all their fault and everything.
Yeah.
That was like...
Pull it up.
That video, like, crushed me.
But this is important for people to see because I'm just afraid that there's too many people out there who are becoming radicalized to think that Israelis are all genocidal maniacs. And I feel that it's important for me to, and I keep saying this, emphasize, here's the size of Israel, just to give you an idea. And by the way, like 60% of it is barren desert. So.
I also saw in Berlin, they were marking the doors of Jewish people's homes.
Yeah, that's not a good, that's not a good sign.
So that's, yeah.
That's what Moses did on Passover, though.
True. Did he do it? He did oh yeah, he drew swastikas on their door.
No, not swastikas. That's not what I'm saying.
He marked it in blood, right?
Yeah.
Send me that video. Did you find one with
I'm looking for,
English
did you find
subtitles?
Yeah, does this have
Here,
subtitles?
this is a girl.
Yeah, this is the video I was talking about.
So this is an Israeli girl 4 days after Hamas attacked.
This one was
There's a 19-year-old girl who survived the horrific massacre in the kibbutz Be'eri. I think that was the really horrific one where they were reporting that like 40 babies got killed. That was the one that really, 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 really got fucked.
Yeah.
This is her message to fellow Israelis and to the world. Again, this is the type of people that you'll find on these kibbutz.
אני בת 19, מקיבוץ בארי.
I know that there's audio listeners. Should I guess maybe I'll read.
Maybe turn it down and you can just read along with what she's saying to translate.
Yeah.
All
right. I'm 19 years old from kibbutz Be'eri. Well, here, I want some audio so I can hear her, the inflection in her voice.
Turn it up a little bit.
The worst thing, aside from hearing all of the names of the deceased, the missing and unaccounted for, and those taken captive, the worst thing at that moment was not lying in the dark in a bomb shelter, wasn't hearing the gunfire, wasn't even the real-time messages received from my fellow kibbutz members. People I've known since I've known myself, begging for help, and no one came. The worst thing for me, aside from the deceased, those held captive, and those who were abducted, was the moment that we exited our home. Oh shit. Hold on. Was the moment that we moment that we exited our home when we were evacuated. It was dark, I was barefoot, and I stepped on shattered glass. And I saw the faces of my neighbors, filled with fear, absolute terror. I saw the faces of those who I've known for as long as I care to remember, in a way that I had never seen them before, in tears. People whom I grew up with, filled with fear. And wandering around here, I only just got here to the Dead Sea. Oh yeah, so a lot of them got evacuated to like hotels or vacant hotels up north in the Dead Sea, just for context. Wandering around here, seeing the faces of my fellow kibbutz members attempting to get up in the morning, to hang in there, to smile once in a while. Each in their own way. The hardest thing is to pick myself up every morning. And it hasn't been a lot of mornings, but each one has been an extremely difficult challenge, just to pick myself up. What happened to us was appalling. But there's something that is very important for me to say. What happened to us was nothing new. It was only worse. We've been neglected, abandoned for years, Do not point at the Iron Dome as a solution. Do not point at the soldiers, that is a band-aid. Someone is dying and you bring them a band-aid? Shameful, shame. We've been talking about this for years. For years they've been neglecting us. That is where this originated from. This was not new, only worse. And this was not the only thing that was nothing new, only worse in this war. I'm trying to find the words, but honestly it is quite difficult. With all the anger and grief welling up inside me right now. How am I supposed to get up in the morning? Citizens of Israel, politicians, residents of Israel abroad, I don't care who hears this. Listen to me carefully. How am I supposed to get up in the morning knowing that 4.5 kilometers from Kibbutz Be'eri, in Gaza, there are people for whom this event has not ended. For me, it was over 12 hours because there was a place to be evacuated to. I'm at the Dead Sea. Those speaking of revenge should be ashamed. There's a lot of pain, that is true. I myself, after everything that I've been through, keep losing so much energy every time I hear the word revenge. For people who go through what I went through and not have anyone to extract them, it cannot be. And no, there can be no other band-aids. They ask us all the time, do you think you'll go back to the kibbutz after this to live there? Without added protection, without additional soldiers? Don't offer up soldiers or protection. Talk to me about a political solution. For years we've been asking for a political solution. I'm 19 years old. I have friends who have fallen on the battlefield as soldiers over the past few days. When they were in the kindergarten, they knew what they wanted to do in the military. Am I raised my own children like this? Shameful, disgraceful. Am I to raise my own children and ask them when they are 5 years old, sweetheart, what do you want to do in the military? How much? How much loss? How much can one endure? We, those of us who survived, are living and walking proof. And believe me, if you are hearing this, that we, it can be a whole lot worse. It can. In my perspective, and this is the most important thing for me to say right now, and it's been this way for years, when we are bombarded with rocket missiles, it goes over our heads, it's out of our control. Not the rocket missiles, they don't go over our heads, the missiles hit just fine, believe me. The decision to launch missiles, that's over my head, out of my control. Bibi, Hamas, I don't care who is launching. What I do know is that Be'er suffered, Na'el Oz suffered, Kar Aza, Sidrot, and Gaza suffer. Believe me, every missile launched with only 4.5 kilometers between Gaza and Be'eri causes the ground to shake with the exact same way in both places. The exact same.
אי אפשר.
That is impossible. Impossible.
עכשיו, אני יודעת שיש הרבה
Now, I
כעס
know
על
there's
ביבי,
so much anger towards Bibi
כי
because
אני
I feel
מרגישה
it.
אותו. אני מרגישה אותו חזק מאוד.
I feel very strongly in the
ברגעים
moments I
שאני
am able to
מצליחה
feel
להרגיש
anything at
בזמן
all
האחרון זה
because
קצת קשה.
as of late that is not easy.
אני מרגישה אותו, כי
I feel
כמה
the anger
אנשים,
because of how many people, how many must die for him.
כמה אנשים צריכים למות בשבילו? כמה אנשים צריכים
How many
למות
people
בשביל
must die
האגו,
for
בשביל
his
האינטרס?
ego and his personal interests.
אין לי מושג אם כבר אמרתי
I don't
את זה.
know if I already said this, but the missiles, particularly in the latest
טילים?
attack,
במיוחד בהתקפה האחרונה. כי אתם יודעים, לפני שהיו
even before
מחבלים,
the terrorists
שמעתי
infiltrated, I
יותר
heard
טילים
more
ששמעתי
missiles than I had
19
heard
שנות
all in
חיים.
my
בבת
19
אחת.
years of life,
בבת
all
אחת.
at
בום,
once.
בום, 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 בום. הרבה. הרבה
A
מאוד.
lot, a
ומיד
whole
ידענו
lot, and
שזאת
we
מלחמה.
immediately knew that this was a
לפני
war.
מחבלים, לפני הכל.
Before the
אנחנו
terrorists
תמיד הראשונים
began
שיודעים,
everything, we were
תמיד
always the
הראשונים
first to know,
ששומעים.
always the first to
שומעים
hear.
אצלנו.
We can hear it from where we are.
ואני אגיד לכם
The
שהטילים
missiles, the ones that hit
מבחינתי,
us,
הטילים שמכים
feel like
אותנו,
missiles
זה
launched by
מרגיש
my
כאילו
own
זה טילים
government.
שהממשלה שלי שלחה. כי זאת הממשלה שהפקירה
Because
אותי.
this is the government that has abandoned me.
כל שנות חיי.
My entire life, my entire life, and now we are experiencing the worst of all.
ואם זה לא הגרוע מכל, אלוהים יודע
And
מה
if this
יהיה.
isn't the worst of all, only God knows what is in store for us.
עכשיו זה נכון.
Now, it is true that Bibi this and Bibi that, and truly I blame 100% for
באמת?
everything.
שאני מאשימה אותו ב100%. בהכל. זה נכון.
That is true.
הוא בחר לתת לנו לחיות ככה.
He chose to have us live in this way. He
כיפת
chose to
ברזל
toss
במקום
us the
פתרון
iron dome
מדיני.
at us instead of reaching a
הוא בחר
political
גם עוד הרבה
solution.
דברים
And he
אחרים.
chose a lot of other things as well.
והדם שלנו
Our
על
blood
הידיים
is on his hands.
שלו. אבל זה לא רק הוא.
But it's not just him.
הוא שורש של בעיה
He is
עמוקה
the
מאוד,
root
אבל
of
זה לא
much
רק
deeper
הוא.
problem, but it is not just him.
אם המילים שלי מגיעות
If my
למישהו,
words are heard by anyone, take a good look at yourselves. Look deep
טוב טוב
inside.
פנימה. עמוק פנימה. תשאלו את עצמכם מה
Ask
הערכים
yourselves, what are
שלכם.
your values?
תשאלו את עצמכם
Ask
סביב כל
yourselves,
מה
in light
שאתם
of
רואים,
everything you see
איך
around you,
הערכים
how do
שאתם
your
יודעים
values,
שיש
the ones
לכם,
you know you
נוגעים
hold,
למה שאתם
fit in
רואים.
with what you see?
תשאלו את עצמכם טוב
Ask
טוב.
yourselves that
תשאלו
question.
את
Really
עצמכם למי
ask
אתם
it. Ask
מצביעים.
yourselves who it is
תשאלו
you
את
vote
עצמכם
for.
מה אתם
Ask
מבקשים
yourself
ממני.
what it is that
אני
you are
יודעת מה אני
demanding.
מבקשת.
I know what I am
אני
demanding.
מבקשת שלום
I'm
מגיע.
demanding a peace, a
אני
just
מבקשת
peace.
שהבדואים
I'm
בנגב
demanding Bedouins in the
יקבלו
Negev
עזרה כמו
receive the
שקיבוץ
same
בארי
support as Kibbutz
קיבל
Yair
עזרה.
has.
וגם אנחנו לא מספיק,
And we
כי
too
הם
did not
אזרחים
receive.
באו
Civilians
לעזור
came
לנו,
to our
אזרחים.
rescue. Civilians.
הממשלה בשום
The
מקום.
government was nowhere to be found.
ויש לי הרבה,
And I am filled
הרבה
with
תודה על
gratitude
זה
for
שיש
being
לנו
at this
מלון
hotel
בים
at the Dead
המלח.
Sea.
אבל בשנייה כל
But in
אדם
a
כאן היה
heartbeat, every
מוותר על זה,
person here would
אם
give
זה היה
this
אומר
up to get
שהשבויים
those held
שלנו היו
hostage
חוזרים.
back.
דרך אגב,
By the way, only
מהממשלה
twice I heard the
פעמיים שמעתי
government
התייחסות
barely
לזה
even
שהם
acknowledge the
קיימים
mere
בכלל,
existence of
מתנהגים כאילו הם לא
hostages. They are
קיימים.
acting as though they do not exist.
מפציצים,
They drop bombs
ויודעים
knowing that these
שההפצצה
bombs
הזאת
will
תעלה
cost them
להם
their
גם
lives
כן
too.
בחיים. החזרת שבויים,
The return of hostages,
Shalom.
peace, fairness, and decency.
הגינות והוגנות. אם אין לכם
If you're not
אוזניים
interested in
לשמוע
hearing
את
the
מה
things I
שאמרתי
just said,
עכשיו,
then there is no hope.
אין תקווה. תעצרו טוב טוב,
Take a
תשקלו את
moment,
המילים
weigh
שלי,
my words
תקשיבו.
carefully,
אולי לחלקכם
listen.
הם יהיו קשים לשמוע, קשות. קשה לי
Perhaps for
לדבר.
it's
רואים?
hard for me
קשה
to
לי
speak,
לדבר.
you see.
אולי לחלקכם המילים
Perhaps for
האלה
some my
יהיו
words
קשות
will be
לשמוע.
difficult to hear.
עם מה שאני עברתי
After what I
בבארי,
went through
אתם
at
חייבים לי
Be'eri,
את זה.
you owe me this much.
אתם חייבים לי את
You
זה.
owe me this.
לא בקטע של אשמה.
Not in the
כולנו
sense of
עוברים
guilt.
הרבה.
We are all dealing with
קחו
a lot.
הפסקות.
Take time, just take a break.
תטפלו בעצמכם, תשמרו
Take
על
care of
עצמכם,
yourselves,
תשמרו על
take care of your
המשפחות.
families.
אבל אתם חייבים
But
לי
you
את
owe
זה.
me this.
תשאלו את עצמכם למי אתם מצביעים.
Ask yourselves
תשאלו
who it
מה
is you
אתם
vote for.
מבקשים
Ask
ממנו,
yourselves what you
ואל
demand of them.
תתפשרו.
And do not
אם אתם
compromise.
נותנים לתקווה למות,
If you are
אתם
hope,
נותנים
if you
לתושבי
let hope
עזה
die, you are
למות.
letting
שוב.
you're letting the residents die over and
אין
over
לי עוד מה
again.
להגיד.
I have nothing more to say. So, this is a very eloquent 19-year-old kibbutzim who is very in touch with her emotions and obviously a good speaker, but she's far from the only one out there with that same opinion. In fact, I'd feel comfortable assuming that most of the people on that kibbutz probably had similar opinions about stuff. And so, again, when I see people callously describing Israelis as celebrating outside a concentration camp, they're all settlers that deserve to be murdered by Hamas. I think it's important for everybody to bear in mind the cost of civilian death and what it does to on both sides to the psyche of the people there, and how it hurts, how much it hurts peace, actual peace. There was a lot of stuff I saw, but a lot of it was too horrible. I couldn't even read it. The stuff people were saying about me and Hila. I don't know.
Well, it's good you're getting off of there. Let him scream into the void.
Again, just to emphasize, 8% of people in America, only 8%, are critical of Israeli government. So I'm not forgetting who's the aggressor and who is the villain in this story. But in the words of Gary Vee, different perspectives.
All comes back to Gary, doesn't it?
Different perspectives.
The great thinker of our time. Fuck the Jordan Peterson heads. Gary Vee is the philosopher
Everybody
of the
look at your phone right
21st
now.
century. Yeah?
Now, put that phone down. Different perspectives.
Oh. Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
Yeah, I just want to reemphasize that you can't generalize about anyone, obviously. I mean, in my own experience, my grandfather in Lebanon was a very educated man. He was a wealthy man. He was like the head of the village. He trained with British knights, well respected. And he lost his home to Israel, him and my dad's family. And he kind of lost his mind after that. And it completely ruined my dad's family. My grandmother fled to America, and my dad and his siblings. And they went through hell after that, and it had an impact that leads all the way to me and my siblings.
Mm-hmm.
But then on the other hand of things, I was hired by 2 Israelis, and you guys completely saved our lives. Like, you not only gave us great jobs, but allowed us to achieve our dreams. And yeah, I don't know. I always thought that was a great example of, I can't generalize about anyone.
Thanks for sharing that. The one thing I keep saying that, you know, I just, one takeaway is that we are not the crimes of our government, because if we were, then heaven would be empty.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody would be guilty as fuck. We'd all be child killers, probably. Most governments, Western governments.
And I will say, I think it's worth saying that I have seen a lot of total psychopath, bloodthirsty warmongers in the past week saying it's completely acceptable and good to just bomb the fuck out of Gaza because they voted for Hamas, right?
Which is psycho.
Right. And that
even
is...
if first of all, the Hamas analogy is, first of all, really bad. But even if it was true,
mm-hmm.
let's still not kill them all.
Right.
The Hamas.
Well, and there hasn't been a vote. They haven't actually voted on anything since 2006, I believe. And so, as you pointed out, that, you know, over half the population that are children weren't even alive during that vote. So I don't see how that they can be culpable for that. But that's besides the point. They're not culpable for that. They're not.
No.
And
Hamas is their government. Listen, if you like it or not, they're a terrorist organization. They're also their government. That's the people in charge. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so, and I've seen so many, I've been watching a lot of footage of what's happening in Gaza. There's reporters there surveying the damage, talking to people. I've heard so many of them saying, like, we don't support Hamas. 99% of us don't support Hamas. We just want freedom. We just want to not be killed.
Mm-hmm.
We just want water and food and shit like that. Yeah, but that's, I mean, again, that's important to bear in mind, because our politicians, even more than the media, it's kind of interesting. Our politicians are the most bloodthirsty freaks, genocidal maniacs. Like, they refuse to have any nuance. Talk about looking at someone as a one-dimensional human being. I mean, listen, if you want to talk about a group of people being looked at as one-dimensional, it's the Palestinians by people who really have power, like these politicians that are like,
we need to go on a holy war.
Oh God, Lindsey Graham. That motherfucker went on TV and said this is a holy war.
Wow. I mean, same that George Bush said after 9/11. Said we were going on a crusade. There's so much like just disgusting feelings that I felt after 9/11 and the lead up to the Iraq War and everything being brought back by all this. And it's so many people have learned nothing.
Oh, one thing I did want to say, I don't know if I mentioned this, but seeing all the Muslims or Arabs or I don't know, a group of swath of them sharing that clip of me talking about what's happening in Palestine and seeing seeing how happy and how, how it made them feel, just that very simple expression of empathy really did make me realize that a lot of, Muslims around the world and Arabs are just looking for like the tiniest bit of empathy.
Yeah.
Because like, I didn't give them that much. I'm just one dude who was really sad about kids dying and their fathers having to, carry their bodies. And seeing how that touched people, it puts in perspective just how little, a lot of them are asking for.
Well said.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's take a little break. I'll go to the bathroom and then we'll come back and do our normal show.
Okay. We'll get to the goofs.
Yeah, which is all fun after this. All good times.
This might be a good opportunity. I know that this is kind of a hard switch, but while you go do that, do you want me to handle this raffle situation?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so the music feels so weird coming off of that. Can we just palate cleanser? Here, Olivia. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5.
Everybody just needs to watch Attack on Titan.
We're just shaking?
Yeah, that's an acting exercise.
That's what AB and I were talking about. We just got to get them all to sit down and watch Attack on Titan.
It will solve everything.
We'll fix this whole thing.
Let's
generational violence.
Let's airdrop the DVD.
I'm going to turn the live chat back on. So, okay. So during our members drive a couple weeks ago, we did some raffles for all of those old H3 props and everything. Unfortunately, one of the winners never reached out. And we gave him a little bit of time, but I haven't heard from them. So they're gone. So I went ahead and drew a new winner. So Jessica Ruiz, R-U-I-Z, who has been a member for 36, almost 37 months. You are now the winner of one of the raffle prizes. So if your name is Jessica Ruiz and you've been a member for 36 months, since that is probably a fairly common name, and there's probably more than one of you out there. So if your name is Jessica and you haven't been a member for 36 months, you're not a winner.
36.
But if your name is Jessica and you have been a member for 36 months, congratulations. Please reach out to me or one of the mods, and we'll get your info and we will ship you off a neat little prize package. So congratulations. And L to the person who didn't ever reply.
You better hope nothing happened to them.
I hope they're okay. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I hope you're okay. I hope you're okay. Maybe they they were like, I don't really care about winning.
We do hope you're good.
We hope you're good.
Loser.
You get a subreddit post. Hi, This is the significant other of the person who won.
Literally. He was not okay.
He was not okay. All right. Do one more surprise raffle for the people. Well, this was it. I mean, we just did. You're saying do another one? I don't have another prize lined up. I'm sorry. But maybe sometime in the near future here, we'll keep going with some more prizes. So anyways, what's up, everybody? I guess we already did the how was your weekend thing. Let's get in the weeds a little bit more. What did we actually do this weekend? What were you up to? Let's hear it. Don't hold back. What'd you do?
Oh my God. I hung out with friends. Let me look at my camera roll to remember.
Okay. I played because I was sick, I did basically nothing but played computer games.
How you feeling now?
Fun.
Huh?
Are you feeling better?
I feel way better today. Today I have conquered the cold.
Nice. Lena went to the screening, the Taylor Swift. Yeah, she went. Taylor Lautner was hosting it with his wife, and Lena met them. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Ian really wanted to send me to the premiere night of the Taylor Swift thing to do a thing for the show. But that was the first day that I was feeling really sick, and I was like, I cannot do that right now.
Rip.
Cause a super spreader event with all the Swifties.
They
would never forgive me. Yeah.
I went to a premiere last night. It wasn't the Taylor Swift one, but it was the Rick and Morty season premiere party.
Rick and Morty.
Adult Swim invited me
You
to
see
join them.
Justin? Was Justin there?
For some reason, Justin didn't show up. I don't know what happened.
What a flake.
Yeah, he sounded different on the show too. I don't know what happened there.
Are you friends with somebody who works on the show or something? Is that why you got invited?
I'm friends with some producers and stuff that are still around there.
Okay.
But
Cool.
thanks for inviting me.
Shout out.
It was a weird time.
Yeah, that's very.
Tension was in the air.
Oh, Ethan's back.
Oh, one thing I want to clarify, I guess, is that.
Wait, are you going back to the Israel thing? Because we did
kind of, not really.
We did a big shake off the bad vibes thing.
We did.
Yeah. I mean, we can go back.
I want to say that. I just want to say this because I don't want it to seem like I said that girl was Hassan's mod, and I just want to make it clear that I'm not. Hassan has been a great friend. He's been very caring. I've been talking to him the whole time about all this. He's been he is a genuine and a great friend, and somebody who does not support a lot of the stuff that people have been saying. And I just want to make it clear that he has been a good, sweet, true friend to me, and we've been talking this whole time, and he's been very supportive and very nice.
What's on?
I don't want anyone to think otherwise. Let me chew this fruit.
He did a big fundraiser, didn't he? Yesterday?
Yeah. He
That's
raised,
amazing.
like $500,000 or something.
It's
awesome.
over that now. Yeah, it's in the 700.
That's amazing.
Oh my fucking God! Really?
Yeah, I'm trying to see where they
How
got.
did they?
Jesus, I have to say I did. I threw a couple $100 in there on that one.
Damn, Dan. Okay, we love
Threw
Dan.
a couple $100 on
too.
there.
We love Dan.
I donated 100.
But when I did it, it was around like 150,000 or something.
So wait, how is
crazy
did they get
that's
the
that high.
aid in? Like, what's the means of getting that money to the people?
Well, I believe the organization that he's working with is a pretty reputable one, and
Just curious about logistics because I know it's a shit show there.
well, frankly, yeah, it's probably a problem. Like we talked about earlier, I believe aid is now being allowed in through the Egyptian border somewhat, so presumably that way, because I don't think it's getting in any other way.
It's kind of crazy that like up until a few days ago, nobody could even help them. People were donating money to these
right, and like, where's that even
nonprofit,
going, or what is that?
humanitarian. They're like, no, you can't even come in here.
Right. Yeah. Let me. I'm trying to find where. Fucking. Twitch with the ads, bro.
He's 6,500.
He's 6,500 away from 800K.
Woo!
So
There you go.
Okay.
Crazy.
Where's Lena?
I think she's with Ela today, right?
Yeah.
Eli, if you're listening, let's donate 6.5 thousand and get it to 800.
Push it over the top?
Let's get it.
Oh, shit. Can you, are you reaching out to Lena?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's fucking go right now, dude.
That'd be pretty epic. But yeah, he's been slamming all day on that, so shout out. That's crazy. I mean, at that rate, it's going to hit 1 million, which is nuts.
Yeah, I think it will.
Fuck.
That's
dude.
a lot of food and medicine.
Yeah. Hopefully. Like you said, hopefully it gets there to the people that need it.
The crazy thing to remember about Gaza, I don't think many people can understand how weird this is. They cannot leave. They can't go anywhere. They're stuck. They're stuck. They can't leave. Like even refugees have certain rights to exit harm's way and go find safety somewhere else. They can't leave, dude.
Right.
They can't even try to. They're totally blocked off by Israel mostly and Egypt. They can't fucking go anywhere.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anywhere else in the world where they're caged in. They literally can't leave. They're caged in by sophisticated military technology.
Yeah.
That's, by the way, they built it so you can't even dig tunnels or anything because that's how the terrorists used to do attacks. They would build deep ass fucking columns into the earth so you can't even tunnel out.
Damn.
Yeah, you cannot leave. You're stuck there. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Not good times. Not good.
All right.
Okay, unrelated, but one of our mods just let me know because while you were gone, we were talking about the...
Oh, it's only 7? Oh, wait. How much did you say it was? Oh, I see. Yeah.
While you're gone, we were talking about the raffle, and people were like, do another prize. I was like, oh, I don't have any other of the prizes lined up or whatever. Well, one of our mods just offered up for a future one, if we ever do this again. He's got 4 of the fucking butthole candles, dude.
Don't hoard the goods.
4? How'd you wind up with 4, dude?
Dude, you need to spread the love, brother. That's capitalism. That is everything wrong with capitalism.
He said, I tried to give it to my family as a gag gift, and they all accepted it, then dropped it on me when I was about to drive home for the holidays. So they rejected your gift?
Well, my friend,
That's so not cool, man.
You're sitting on a pile of gold, my friend.
Literal. So next time we want to do a giveaway, maybe we'll throw one of these rare butthole candles.
We should reissue. Can we reach back out to the candle folks? I think it's time to reissue. You
want to do another
the butthole
round?
Candle.
I never got to smell it.
What?
Fantastic.
I never got to smell it.
Wait, how?
I don't know. I never got to smell it.
But didn't we? Oh wait, we were still in the basement when we were doing this.
I believe so.
We weren't in the studio.
For people that weren't watching back then, it was Gwyneth Paltrow was doing the "It Smells Like My Vagina" candle.
Yeah.
And so we went into the laboratory. We went to experts and we made a "Smells Like My Butthole" candle that smells like farts.
We came up. It was a company that specialized in odd scents. I think from what I remember, they made weird smells for theme park attractions and stuff. You know, when you go into a place, and they literally specialized in capturing very specific weird smells. So
interesting.
Yeah. So they did pretty good. It smelled real bad.
Do you still in contact with them?
I mean, sure. I mean, I have a whole long email chain with them from.
It's a shame we only made 300
years back.
of them. I wasn't sure if people were going to buy them or not. It was a little expensive because it's a nice candle.
Right.
I think we could move a lot of butthole candles this year.
It's probably too late for the holidays, unfortunately, just because it's already late, mid.
Maybe
late
Valentine's
October.
Day comes up early.
Ooh, Valentine's Day.
A romantic
That's not
gift.
a bad idea.
Female vaginas are disgusting.
That is not a bad idea.
What was that,
Excuse me,
Myron?
Myron? What?
Female vaginas are disgusting.
Didn't ask, but that is interesting to know about you.
Disagree, but okay.
All right. All right. So let's see. Guys, I have a new TikTok obsession. I love this shit. I watch, it's like my whole feed at this point. And again, this is why I love TikTok. Nowhere else in the world would I be introduced to this kinds of stuff. So this is, I think it's in Thailand. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it's Vietnam. What language is this?
That looks like Vietnamese to me.
Yeah, it might be Vietnamese, right?
But I am far from an expert, so I don't want to say the wrong thing.
I'll just
apologize if I'm wrong.
Let's ask Google.
That is Vietnamese.
Vietnamese, okay. Did I get that?
Maybe.
Wow, I can't believe we didn't think of that.
You can't believe I didn't think about it?
Or think about the button.
I didn't get it.
No.
Oh. Great. It was a note about some of my heated. I'll just explain it because I don't want people's imagination. I don't know how that happened. Why was that copied?
Your computer.
That was so weird. I literally, it's not even close to where I'm typing. I copied this Twitter link or TikTok link.
I don't know.
I think you may have potentially dictated it because Mac has a feature where if you dictate something, it could come up if it was said.
He's not on Mac though. Well, oh no, I just broke the illusion. Oh no, it's still the Dell. It's still the Dell.
Dude, it's not even close.
No.
It's not even close to where I typed that.
I don't got a clue, man. You have a special.
Bro, that makes no sense.
You have a special skill when it comes to computers. I gotta tell you.
So anyway, I was just a note about wanting to a heated exchange I had on Twitter. I just wanted to unpack it a little more.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I don't really want to talk about it though.
Wait, they didn't hear it?
Huh?
They did miss it. They didn't see it. You got it.
Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Wait, did we borrow?
You're wrong. Just stop. Let's move on.
Yeah. I apologize to him and I wish him all the best. And yes, he does have a very nice mustache. Somebody asked me to say, and I'll give him that. Okay, here it is. So the Vietnamese jade miners.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to need your guys' input here. This is one of the rare ones where he actually gets the jade. The vast majority of him are losing. So I got to mute it because it has music.
Oh.
Did you check?
It didn't get claimed.
Yo, that's awesome because the music is so fucking good. The music's so good. Okay.
Wait. Let me just. The last time I checked, let me just make sure 100% because I do not want to.
Oh my goodness, that's such good news for me.
Also, real quick, Lena messaged you in Discord.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Should I make the donation? Yes. To get it to 1 million.
Not to 1 million.
Or I mean,
wait, wasn't it 800,000 that it was on?
Oh, I mean 800. No,
Yeah.
don't do it. Leo, wait.
Oh no. Just throw 200K in there. Wow.
I mean,
this
not
guy
that
is very generous.
You know,
Oh, okay.
I'd love to help.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Let's just start with
Let's start small.
6,000, 7,000, whatever it is.
Yeah, there's no claim on it either.
Okay, great. Oh my God, you guys, I'm so excited to share this here. So this one's unusual, but
so I was confused though because they held out that currency.
Yeah.
And that didn't look like Vietnamese money. So now I'm not sure. Maybe the captions are just in Vietnamese?
Are you sure it's not Vietnamese money? It looks like Chinese money.
Yeah.
That's our boy Mao, isn't it?
I thought so. And I just looked up what Vietnamese currency looks like, and it doesn't look like
Wait,
that.
look at the money. That's Mao. That's our boy right there.
Yeah, so here.
The legend.
Yuan. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, yeah, that's definitely Chinese money.
So with them, oh, that's interesting. Okay. So they're in
maybe it's
China.
maybe it's just reposted on a Vietnamese page, so it just has Vietnamese captions.
God damn it.
I guess it's probably not even worth debating because it doesn't really impact the video, does it?
Well, no, it isn't. It's something that I've honestly wondered a lot about.
Oh, okay. I was like where this is taking place.
There's one specific channel I'm looking for that God damn it. I put the wrong page in my document. But okay, let me just play this one. Sorry, this is like the biggest wind-up ever.
For the sake of TikTok, just start clean, right?
So they buy a rock, and then the guy slaps it with the money, and then he goes, cuts it open.
Okay.
And I guess they're looking for jade. They have this light. I don't know what they're looking for. So and then every time they lose, they just like throw the rock.
So it's like it's like gambling.
It is gambling.
Whoa, this is like something that would be in like a Zelda game.
It is gambling. It's gambling, but then other times they use the jade to make stuff. It's so interesting. I don't understand it. I mean, I understand it. It's really cool, actually. It's just so bizarre and so interesting. And the rocks are like.
It's good. It's real good.
So was that good? Because I can't tell.
You can see some illumination. You see the light
You
goes
did?
into the rock.
Okay, wait. Let me go back.
You see it now.
Because see, he threw that one. You're wrong. That one was worthless.
What the fuck?
It's shit. Get it out of here.
Yeah.
Why did he make a happy face?
Because these guys are all super ironic. They're just they're all like so black-pilled about gambling.
Yeah.
Like, it's really funny.
That was Chinese too.
Wait, that money looked different.
Yo, that's good. Yo.
So now.
Right, okay.
So now they build something.
So he's cutting it out. He's giving it to the guy. The guy, it's like a lottery ticket with jade stones. I mean, what the heck?
It's like the game in Webkins when you would go to the Kohl's and you would click and you would only get 3 clicks. And if you found a gemstone, you got points. But if you didn't, that was it for the day.
Right. So
the little video game sounds when they get
this isn't my favorite one, though. Where's my favorite guy? Come on. He's the only one that matters. Let me check my TikTok. I follow him. This is important.
You'll be able to pick it up.
This is going to be a QC's new...
Limited manga shop. That's him. This guy's
Somebody in
my
the chat
favorite.
said, this is in Genshin. You're right, Dan. So there you go. There's actually a video game that has rock gambling in it.
Oh, it is in a game.
According to this chatter.
Oh, wait, did he?
Allie just started playing that Genshin game, so I'll have to ask her.
So here is... So this is the one I love. This is my guy.
Okay.
Limited manga shop. So he always buys it from this dude. It's wrapped in plastic. He slaps it with the money, I guess, for good luck, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Crushes it. He's so black-pilled. He hates that he does this. Cuts it open. I think that rock looks pretty.
That's a pretty rock.
But then it's not. It's worth it. He just throws it.
No, I think it looked pretty.
Because sometimes it's...
Whoa, and all of those bags are just full of these rocks?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then, like, how do they know? How do they regulate this? Like, how do they know how much rocks have jade? Where do they get these rocks?
Right. Yeah, that's a good question.
So he cuts it open. You know, he's...
Right, I guess the people, the proprietors wouldn't know either because you don't know until you
How do you know what's in a rock?
Right, so they couldn't like...
Well, you can pick which one you want too.
Right.
I go, that's a beautiful looking rock.
Good.
Nope, it's trash.
Fucking garbage.
That's devastating.
It's trash.
One
Slap
man's trash. I'll go
don't-
grab that out of the bin.
I don't know why, but I like to be a part of this world. It seems...
You want to get into Southeast Asian jade gambling.
I love
The rock game.
I love the camaraderie between the guys.
You seem to be having a good time.
Okay, so that one's a winner, and I don't get it.
Ooh,
I did not-
wait. Okay, we got to look carefully at what the light looks like.
So this one has jade in it.
Are you sure it's jade?
I think
Just
it's
a
jade.
rock, maybe.
It says hashtag jade.
Oh, okay.
I think it's jade.
Right, true.
No.
I thought it was a...
So
okay, that sure looks like all... Wait, no. It's definitely glowing more around the edges.
The other one's kind of glowed like that,
I don't
too.
know.
There's always like a little bit of glow because the light's so close to it, but that one, to me, looked like it was...
Cam, do me a favor.
Radiating out a lot more.
Grab a still of this one under the light, and then one of the losers under the light.
Can you link me that video?
Yeah.
Link that video, yeah.
We're gonna get to the bottom of this, but you guys will see. I just love the camaraderie. Also, the guy has a really great sense of humor. How he trashes the rocks every time. I'm just really involved in this guy's life. So he's cutting out a jade pearl.
Wow.
And then he made a net. He just made a pretty
A bracelet.
bracelet. Does he sell the bracelet? Does he just want a jade bracelet.
Who knows? Who's to say?
I don't know. But I love being here with him. Let's see. This dude's only got a basket. He's trying, and then he's trying to goof the guy. Look, he's like, no, slaps his hand. Take this one, because I guess he doesn't have enough money.
It's a different song, so I'm just gonna turn it on.
Yeah. You see, this it's so fun.
And why is there tape around some rocks? Not
It's a
around
good
others?
question.
Well, they're a more professional outfit.
Well,
So this is a big rock. We're gonna cut it open and see what's inside. And then another thing I've wondered is, does this guy have a stone cutter, or does he use a stone cutter at the gambling facility?
Right.
Oh, right. Yeah, probably that.
Because, like,
Jesus, seems so.
Having a whole stoneworking shop is. So
Alright.
that looks pretty, right?
Yeah, but he cut it badly.
It
Okay,
looks
based
beautiful.
off of what I'm seeing, I think he's going to say this one's a winner.
Me too.
Oh.
Yeah, see? It's the
Beautiful.
radiate. It's got to like radiate out from the light.
So some of them just turn it in for money, but some of them actually use it in stone making.
So what? How much is?
Imagine you're a jewelry maker, but this is how you source
That's
your
what interesting.
inventory.
This is how they do it. It's so weird. Here, check this place out. Look out.
700,000 yen? That's like fucking.
How much is that?
That's $5,000.
Wait, yen is Japanese currency.
700K. It's Chinese currency. We decided.
Okay.
Well, this one looks different too. I think this is probably
That
from
looks
all
like
over.
Vietnamese because it's got the elephant on it.
Mm-hmm. It's possible that like how American currency is.
What was that?
Like how American currency can get you by in a lot of places. Chinese currency might be acceptable in bordering countries. You know what I mean?
True. So here, the right one is the winner. So the left. So if it's green, it's not a winner.
No,
Is
you
it
see how
like-
it has like a much more like organic. Like the light is on the right is radiating from within.
Yeah, it's
the
like being
stone.
absorbed by the stone.
Exactly.
It
Where
blooms
on,
out.
on the left, it's just reflecting off the surface. I think that's how you can tell.
All right, let's see if we can spot a winner then. So here, look at this stone factory. And then they give him like little bonus stuff. I don't know what it is. He gave him like a calendar or something.
Aw. Stickers.
So we're cutting open the stone. He doesn't like doing this. I mean, he's black filled. He throws it at
Is
the-
this the narrative you've created in your head?
It's true. Look how he throws it.
That's a loser.
That's a
right there.
loser for sure. Yeah, you see how?
It doesn't bloom.
Yeah, bullshit.
So there you go.
Bye-bye, in
And
the
he
trash.
He tosses that shit.
He really threw that one.
How much did you buy this one for?
How much is 700,000 in Vietnamese?
That's 100,000. Oh, Vietnamese?
Yeah, Vietnamese
shit.
baht, I think it's
I
called.
just got to the Chinese yuan. Okay, I'll
It's
get
going to
baht.
be wildly different exchange rates.
Let's take a look. I root for him. I want him to win so bad. So is that one?
That's a loser.
Yeah, straight in the
hated
trash.
it.
He's back.
He's getting black pill.
He is. Look, he doesn't. He's like, here we go again. I'm just trying to make some jewelry.
Literally. He just keeps getting knocked down. He's like Sisyphus.
Here we go.
With the stone.
Yes, absolutely.
Good reference.
Thank you.
Oh, I believe in this one.
So
nope.
No,
loser.
bogus.
Loser.
Bye-bye.
Trash.
One must
Idiot,
imagine
loser,
this guy
dumbass.
happy.
Damn.
So the majority of them are
Must
just him
imagine.
losing.
Yes.
I would say 90% or more are him just losing every time and just being upset. But once in a while he wins. And I wish I could find the one where he does these really intricate jade. He does like a laser engraving on some of them. It's like really interesting little statuettes. So here we go. We got a little carrying bag. I don't know what these are. Just a little stone thing. Dollop.
By the way, Ethan, I don't know why we're promoting gambling to our young audience.
Sorry.
This is kind of fucked up.
Guys, please only buy jade
Don't
rocks
buy Jade.
responsibly.
Buy Jade Rocks responsibly, please.
XQC is looking for a new sponsor. He's reaching out.
Okay.
Unironically, if XQC did this, it would be better than what he does with the slots.
That would be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
So that one's a loser, right?
Gotta
Yeah. Yeah.
Clearly. Here we go. We're
Does
going.
he ever win?
He does rarely. And I don't know what those are he gives them.
Something to compare it to?
Just a little I don't know. It's just a little treasure, I think.
Just a little treasure.
So that's
Nope.
a big
Fucking
L. That's a
instant
fat L.
loser.
Yeah. He goes, bye. Not even worthy of the
Not
trash.
even worth the trash can. Yeah.
Yeah, I love this shit, man. He swoops it from me. He won't give him the treasure this time. You see? Look
You've
at
had enough. You're cut off.
Yeah, and I don't know. He wants one, but the dude says, nah, bro. This guy dude's not. You have a problem. This is awesome. So we're cutting open the rock. We're sawing it.
I'm genuinely hypnotized by this now.
Yeah, I love it.
And then, I mean,
That's I think no.
Yeah, no.
see? So again, they're all losses.
Wow, that whole video, he didn't win once.
And what's interesting, these
30
are...
million views?
Yeah, yeah. Well, the top most viewed ones are him losing. When he actually wins, they don't get a lot of views. Isn't that weird?
People like just laughing at him, his
Like,
misfortune.
Here's one that has 400,000, which is a lot less than the other ones. Let's see how many views this one got. Let's give that a good slap for good luck here. We're going to cut this one open. I'm only hoping this one's a winner because it doesn't have a lot of views. All right, let's take a listen, guys.
That might be a winner.
Wait, yeah.
Nope. Fat L's.
Oh. Yeah, I thought so too.
Also, I love his slides. Are those like fake Yeezys, Ian?
Those
No.
No?
No.
Oh.
How dare you?
I don't know.
No,
What are you
kidding.
saying? No, like they don't. They're
No,
not
I'm not
Yeezys
saying
at
he
all?
has fakes. No, sorry. Are those Yeezys?
No, they're not Yeezys. No.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
Sorry.
got
I
it.
didn't mean to put.
They did kind of look like it.
I didn't mean to assume.
I'm just
We're about to Yeezy bust the Jade Gambler.
The Jade guy.
What's that? A pack of cigarettes?
Let's go.
Like, damn, they just
bonus.
throw- you know, going to the corner store to get a Jade Stone and cigarettes. Look at that. That thing's
Ooh.
green.
Oh, I feel good about this one.
It's green. How could it not be a Jade?
Come on.
Ugh. Oh, that thing's
Nope.
trash.
Trash. Loser. Idiot.
Trash. I've seen one once where he goes to like big ass ravines and tosses them in there. And you got a pomelo? I mean, okay.
That's a nice bonus.
Uh-huh.
Cut that open with the
Customer
table
service.
saw.
Yeah, I like pomelos. So let's see.
It's like a multiplier when you buy. You can
True.
get a multiplier.
Hey, you got 2 stones. What
Feeling
else?
bad
2
about
for
these.
1.
Yeah, you got a multiplier.
All right, let's take a look, guys.
Not feeling good.
Ooh, that thing looks rough.
Whoa.
Nope.
Hold on. But that's 500 buy.
Do you see though? It's
Nothing.
Oh, he didn't throw it.
It's
Maybe he's
okay.
gonna throw them all together. Yeah, he's gonna throw them all together. Okay. What do we think?
Nope.
Nope. L. Moron. Idiot.
Yeah.
Terrible. Dog
Let's
shit.
see. Let's see how he discards them. And just the pomelo.
He ate it.
Interesting. So did he keep the stones?
He's got a problem, dude.
Look how much money this one is.
He's a stoner.
Oh, this guy's my favorite seller. He's super funny.
You're
What does he
really deep with this, huh? You have a favorite
He's really funny.
Jade merchant.
No, this guy, he's always in a really good mood. He's all smiles and he's funny.
You know, I often feel pretty negatively about the internet's influence on humanity, but the fact that a man in Southern California can be so invested in Southeast
I
Asian
love-
jade gambling is that's a beautiful thing.
They're so, it's like, I just love these guys. They seem to
I think
have
you'd
such
fit
a good
in with
attitude.
them, honestly. I think you'd get along with them.
You think so?
Yeah,
I'd
you
love
guys
to
could
do
all
the
chill.
jade cutting with them.
Just cut some stones together.
All right, let's see. Let's stack it. You know, he cares about him. You could tell. All right. All right, this is the last one, guys. I won't make you watch this anymore.
Okay.
Just hoping for
I could
a
watch
winner.
this the whole rest of the episode.
I
For
could
real.
too. I already do at home. This is good. See, that
Oh.
looks like an L, but...
No.
Oh, you see? Into the fucking river.
Bye-bye.
That's my boy. Look,
Oh, you're right. Oh, you're right. I love him too.
He
I'm
went,
sold.
dude. He
He is the
went,
I
funniest.
love his energy.
dude. He went back to find him a special stone. Let me go back. Like he's rooting for us. It's us.
Oh yeah. Look
Good
at him
hustle,
scramble.
bro. Good hustle.
Scrambling over those rocks.
Yeah, dude. Get after it. All right.
Ooh, that's a big boy.
Oh, you cut the cutting
Oh.
spot. Interesting. It looks kind of sketch too. I'm scared of those machines.
See now,
Dude.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's
that
a
looks
win.
good.
That's a winner.
No, what?
No.
Whoa.
He's
It's
tricking
not.
us.
He's trolling.
Yo!
Yes, he was
Yeah,
trolling.
yeah, yeah.
He was trolling.
Yo, Look at that.
We know our
That's
jade.
gorgeous.
We know our jade.
We know our jade.
Dude,
Here
look,
at
that
the
is a
H3.
beautiful jade bracelet.
That really is stunning.
A
That looks
bangle,
really
one
nice.
might even call
So,
it.
Yeah.
so how much would
Literally.
a jade bracelet like that sell for?
Kind of looks like a shower curtain ring, if I'm being honest.
Solid. Okay.
All right. Well, hey, listen.
Why am I the
Bracelet, shower
hater? You're over here
curtain,
hating on
DVD
jade.
Look up for
solid
here.
jade bracelet.
Yeah. How much?
It looks like you could buy one of those. The prices are wildly varying.
Well,
so I don't know what to believe here.
We're dealing
I see,
with the best, highest grade shit. Pull it up.
on this website, which is Gumps. Gumps San Francisco is selling a. Oh God.
That.
Get out of here. This is
$7,000.
$7,000.
Smooth,
but
green
I'm seeing
jade
lots of
thing.
them that are like a couple $100. So I don't know what's
No,
so
those are
special
fake.
about this.
A couple hundred, dude. A pure stone bracelet
I'm
of
seeing-
jade.
That's why I was
No way.
surprised by the variation I was seeing.
I'm seeing ones on Etsy for 45,000, 50,000.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Dude, pure jade chunk like that is
Here,
I think-
Macy's,
Farm to table.
$144.
Whenever I watch that,
But is this like just fake? It
it's
must be
fake. Yeah, it's fake. Click it. Let's see. It'll probably say like pseudo faux jade or something.
Faux jade, yeah. Yeah, you have to imagine it'd be.
Jade faux show. Whenever I watch the Antique Roadshow, or some of my favorite moments from that show is when they recover like these super massive, intricate jade statues. And I think finding a big, continuous chunk of jade is very valuable.
I mean, I don't know how reputable this is. This site has a bunch for $500-ish. So I don't know. I guess maybe it just depends on the purity.
Well, he only deals with the most pure. But this is interesting. I'll tell you this. Gambling on stones is the practice of buying a raw stone and then cutting it open with the hopes of holding gems inside. If a jade is in the stone, the buyer can make a huge profit. But if the stone holds nothing, the buyer has bought a valueless rock at a high price. An increasing number of people have been seeking jadeite dreams by gambling on stones. In the Yunnan province in recent years, the jade industry has created more than 500,000 jobs in Yunnan. According to the latest data from the Gem and Jade Jewelry Quality Supervision Inspection Office. Holy shit, that's the longest government name ever. Gem and Jade Jewelry Quality Supervision Inspection Office.
So apparently,
Yunnan.
there are actually, and this would explain the wild variation in the prices, there are several types of stones known in English as jade. So
yeah,
there's-
no.
I'm sure they all look similar, but there's some jade are rarer than others, I guess.
This is real jade.
No, I believe it, but that just explains why some is like super expensive and some is pretty affordable.
This man is harvesting real, serious jade. Here's one that looked like, maybe he sells it on Etsy, you know? Here it is, 50,000? That's him. 50, that's a fat chunk. Can I see it on?
I see it says
it's kind of
grade A
Yo.
jadeite.
That's a
Two-
flex.
Walk around the store. a
Yo,
little
fucking
bit.
XQC, hook up my jade
Yeah.
bracelet.
Whole house on his wrist.
How strong is jade? Will that break if I
For sure.
bang it? You think it would just break? It's probably pretty strong.
I think it's fairly hard stone.
Let's see. How strong is jade? Because, I mean, they're sawing it really not delicately. Jade is very tough. The toughest known natural mineral. 3 times tougher than ceramics and even tougher than steel. This explains why it was used in Neolithic times for knife blades and axe heads and later
That's what I
for
was
ornamental
thinking.
carvings. Yo!
Yeah, yeah.
How is that possible?
It's jade, brother.
That's sick. I
Well,
love
it's
jade.
because like hardness is different. Like there's different
Extra
degrees of
Too hard is
structural-
bad, yeah.
Right, like something can be really really hard but brittle, you know, can snap easily essentially. So
And then
I guess it just depends.
Not jade. This interlocking structure gives jades its toughness and outstanding workable properties. Even under extreme stress, it doesn't break or deform easily. Jade, 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 stop.
In 2020, it generated $14 billion.
Yo, I need to get in.
We gotta get in the jade industry, bro.
I all of a sudden have a dream.
It's 14.
I have a pipe dream too. Pick up my entire life and move to
Southeast Asia.
What was it called? The province?
Yunnan.
So, oh, excuse me, Yunnan.
Yunnan, dude.
Where is that? Yunnan province. Let's see.
Your home.
This is my future home. This is in the beautiful country of
Looks like it's near the border of
China.
Vietnam.
Oh yeah, so there you go. That explains.
Yeah, it does border Vietnam.
So my dream is to relocate to Yunnan and become a prolific jade trader.
Jade merchant.
It's such a nice. It seems like a nice carefree life. It's like, you know, it's fun. Everyone's not taking it too seriously. And just having a really good time out there. Shout out Yunnan province. All right, so that's my new TikTok obsession, everybody. Good news to bed makers. I saw this post.
Bed makers?
Yep. This post cracked me up. I saw it. Making your bed makes you 206% more likely to become a millionaire. Let's go. Let's get it, boys.
Wow.
I'm going to go to bed and I'm going to be happy.
I'm about to be rich as fuck.
You're prolific bed maker?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
I am not, for the
Me neither.
And you're going to go to bed and you're still going to be a fucking loser.
I think. True. Okay.
Ninja, chill, dude.
I just think these alphaisms are so fucking goddamn stupid. Like, make your bed and you're just gonna magically become a millionaire.
I believe that.
According to CBS News.
CBS News. This is the research you guys are doing.
Study the habits of the rich and found that if you make your bed each morning. Yeah, but that's not.
It has to be
The habits of the
It's
rich. It's
like,
a very
there might be
skewed.
a correlation
Yeah.
there, but
Rich people, for the most part, very rich people, they definitely ain't making their own beds.
that's a good point too. Right, they have people for that.
And second of all, I'd like to know their source on this. I'd like to know the research parameters.
Well, it said
on this one.
Randall. What did it say?
Are you a millionaire? Do you make your bed? I mean, what the fuck kind of questionnaire is that?
Jesus is the source.
It's crazy.
Well, and it imply. Here's the thing: is like maybe you could find some correlation between like the personality type that is very rigid and hardworking or whatever, and they tend to make their bed. But like putting that out there is like suggesting to people. So if you want to get rich, start making your bed, and it's like no, it
How about
doesn't.
this?
It doesn't go that direction.
According to research, people that go to the bank more often have a higher chance of being wealthy.
Right.
I gotta go to the bank more.
According to research, I am well on my way.
Let's go.
Let's go. I'll make my bed just to sit on top of it.
This sounds like big bed propaganda.
Right.
I agree.
Actually,
Big bed.
the top comment is, it says, "It's false, guys. My mom paid for this ad so she could get me to make my bed every day."
Right. I actually have an even spicier take that I tested out here. I was like, I have something that I think is going to be pretty controversial. And I tested it out here with the crew, and immediately everybody was yelling at me as soon as I even brought it up. So let me find this real quick. I'm very curious what your take is on this.
I dream when you're around me. Apparently,
here it was Washington Post article. Are you ready for this?
Go ahead.
Experts say, don't pre-rinse your dishes.
Who pre-rinses their dishes? What does that mean?
Like when you're loading up the dishwasher.
Oh yeah, that's psycho. You have to rinse.
You have to rinse.
Well, universally that is rejected by quote unquote experts, which I am very curious. Who is what do we mean by experts here?
I've tried. It does not come out clean, man.
I agree.
Experts almost uniformly agree that dishes do not need to be rinsed, and in fact should not be rinsed before going in the dishwasher, saying it wastes water and might make your machine operate less efficiently.
I mean, it is true. When you're rinsing dishes, you're going 80% the way to cleaning it, and then you're using more water
That part I can understand, the water wasting part, but they are saying you're straight up doing yourself a disservice. Should not be rinsed.
What kind of horse shit is this?
Yeah, no, that's so stupid. I'm sorry.
This
That's
is-
so dumb.
Listen.
Because your dishwasher's going to get all clogged up, and then if there's any form of like smell, it's going to be.
Right.
Dude, what happened, AB?
We just, out of reaction, Ian switched to Sam because she started talking, but her camera is over here. So Sam is just a black screen
Who
right
is
now.
Sam?
We'll plug it in.
Listen,
No,
there's
girl.
nothing more that we all want to be true.
Look, everyone is screaming in the chat right now that
Do
this
a-
is psychopath
Do a poll.
shit.
Do a poll.
Wait, let's.
There's
ask-
nothing more than I want to be true. Is that you don't have to pre-rinse. Your
What should I
dishes.
pull? Should I
You
pull,
understand?
Do you do this, or do you agree that you shouldn't? Like, what is the?
A nightmare.
Do you?
No. Do you need to pre-rinse
Do you need
dishes
to
before
pre-rinse
dishwasher? Put it in the
dishes
dishwasher.
for?
There's nothing that we want more as a society than to not pre-wash the dishes. This is the utopia we were promised.
Yeah.
We
It's
should
just
ask.
begging for a second cycle.
We should ask Tom Ward. Doesn't he work with that before he became a podcaster?
He does dishwash stuff?
I think so.
Like a
That's what I-
dishwasher or dishwasher salesman?
Dishwasher salesman.
Oh.
That's what I've heard.
Have you
Through
heard
what
that?
grapevine?
Is that real or are you joking?
Well,
Tom Ward's
maybe
a
I
dishwasher.
misunderstood it because he said he works with appliance sales.
Oh,
and
okay.
I thought that was dishwashers.
There's
Right,
a
he did
lot
say he
of
came from
appliance.
sales.
Okay, so
You're onto something,
I think we
maybe,
should.
though.
I
I think we should ask
find
him.
out.
if he
We
does.
should figure it out.
Have Tom settle this. 1 in 5 people in our audience say that you shouldn't, that you do not need to pre-rinse your dishes. So there's actually more support for this than I expected.
Do not.
It's pretty low.
Do not.
That's 1 in 5.
I
I'm
know,
saying,
but
I'm saying in this office there wasn't a single person that didn't scream at me when I said this.
I'm just saying when we do these polls, 80% is like a fucking blowout. I mean, you could do the poll, are you breathing? And then there'd be 20% that say
Should we
no.
test that just to see?
Well, it won't be a serious poll, you know. All right, so moving on. Thank you to the dishwashing folks of America and the world, frankly. It is a much bigger place. I heard a lot of people had the "and it's dream, it's a nightmare" stuck in their head over the weekend.
Nightmare.
I can't sleep, it's a nightmare. I can't breathe when you're not there.
Jesus Christ.
A nightmare.
A nightmare.
You're not there. You're not there.
Red says, my sister and I watch every episode of the show, and it's brought us closer to over the years. Thank you, Ethan and the crew, for everything you do. And shout out Maddie. Love you, bestie. Love you, besties.
Sorry, I don't know why it said red there. Their name is Morgan R.
Morgan.
So shout out Morgan R. Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. It makes me feel very, very nice. Love you guys. I love you guys, even though you're not there.
A nightmare.
So here's a post on the subreddit. It said, yesterday was one of the worst days of my life. I took the day off work because I've been working with a doctor for the last few months to get a diagnosis report so I can get properly medicated. The report was finally done. I spent all morning going over it with them, and they told me I have autism and PTSD. I already knew this about myself, but to have a 16-page report sitting in front of you over how severe it was a lot. But when I got done, I went home to find my boyfriend waiting for me. And when I walked in the door, he told me that he's leaving me, which was a complete blindside. We talked for hours and made a plan on what to do next. I had a panic attack. And do you know what fucking stupid shit was stuck in my head the whole goddamn time? From the time I opened my eyes to when I was crying myself to sleep, all I could hear was Dream singing, I can't breathe when you're not here.
Breathe when you're not there.
My brain is poison. Fuck Dream.
A nightmare.
She continued, I've been reading your comments all day. They've been so kind. Thank you so much. I feel very deregulated at the moment, but I'm trying to stay positive. Also, I love seeing how many people hate what Dream has done to them.
Let's go.
Well, our heart is certainly with you, and I can't breathe when you're not there.
I can't sleep, it's a nightmare.
A nightmare.
A nightmare. I can't breathe when you're not there. You're not there. You're not there.
I'm so sorry. I wish I could button that song out of your brain, but
There, my head goes numb and my heart beats fast when it feels like that.
not there.
Nightmare, a
Nightmare.
I can't sleep, it's a nightmare.
All right, Zach, you're torturing the poor people. This girl, she's pouring her heart and soul out, and here you are. You're just adding another verse to her nightmare. This is a nightmare. Anyway, we love you, and I'm sorry for your dumbass boyfriend, loser, moron. And about the PSD, I'll only say this to you, Zach. Remember, and you know what? Do you know what I'm looking for, Zach? No. No, I'm looking for a Robin Williams line, perhaps.
It's not your fault.
That's the one.
It's not your fault.
I just wanted to tell you.
Your fault.
It reminds me of this wonderful scene from Good Will Hunting.
Your fault.
He brings out this huge folder of all the diagnosis that this guy has from his really fucked up childhood. And he goes, I just want you to know, Will, all this here.
Your fault.
It's not your fault. And that's how I feel. It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
Not your fault.
All right, stop.
Fault. Your
It's
fault.
not your fault. Stop. That's it. Thank you. All right. Dude, James Charles. No, Sister Apparel is going under, man. This is so sad, sisters.
Hello, Olivia.
I'm so sad, you guys.
Sister.
Oh, here it is.
Well, it's official. Sisters Apparel is shutting down. This video is very bittersweet for me to make, but it's been a long time coming, so let's talk about it. I started Sisters Apparel back in 2017. I
mean, I don't know why he's got to throw in the towel. There's plenty of great designs on our website you can, make.
I was first starting to come up on social media.
Look at this really incredible sister merch. It's a hoodie that says, God damn it.
Coming, so let's talk about it. I started Sisters Apparel back in 2017.
I'm shook.
First starting to come up on social media. It was right after I started saying hi sisters in my videos, and I really wanted to get onto the merch train. Every YouTuber had it, so I designed some super.
Didn't we also determine that this is like a font ripoff of?
It looks like Yeezy, I believe.
Yeezy?
Ian?
Really?
You're the expert today, brother.
I don't know about this one, but it looks like the
Yeezy logo
Pablo merch a little bit.
Yeezy font. I remember there was one that. Well, whatever.
Repeating.
Yeah, here I'll send it. It's Yeezy Pablo.
I know I'm not supposed to say that, Biden.
I can't breathe when you're not there. You're not there.
I believe that is Old English font.
I
What it's called.
can't breathe when you're not there.
A nightmare.
It's a
nightmare.
Oh, the Pablo. Oh yeah, because it's not just the font, because clearly it's an Old English font, and that's fine. It's the repeating element, I think that.
There, my head goes numb and my heart beats fast when it feels
All right. Zach, stop torturing our fans, man. These people matter.
Hey, quick aside. I just went and used the restroom real quick, and I couldn't.
Don't.
Yeah, I saw
Don't.
that as well.
Don't
But
put.
by the way, I wondered before it started if that was going to happen.
You're not there.
Go ahead, Dan.
You're not there.
You could say it.
Well,
Go ahead, spit it out, Dan.
Well, I think what he was trying.
Go ahead, AB.
Well, I just think it's really funny that.
What's funny?
Well, earlier when I went to the.
Why y'all cat got your tongue? I mean, what's the problem? Spit it out.
Put your balls in my mouth.
What?
All right. Well, I guess Dan has nothing to say. Let's continue watching.
Sorry for interrupting.
Yes, I clogged the toilet again. I think I. Okay, here's what I do. Whenever I And I don't know why. Like, I've been trying to poop all weekend. I've been a little constipated. And the minute I come to the fucking office,
Interesting.
it's so annoying.
It's a
And
nightmare.
then here's another thing. Here's what I do. I'm sure everyone can relate. I hate when the toilet water splash up on me.
For sure.
So what I take is I take a paper towel and I lay it clean and flat over the water so that when I shit, it doesn't splash ever.
Okay, did you just misspeak, or are you putting paper towels in the toilet?
So yeah, no, I didn't misspeak. It's a paper towel.
Okay, that's why it's getting clogged.
We have solved the game. We have exercised the demons.
You
Bro, you
are
shit
asking
outside.
me to die of
You
what?
shit outside now.
You
gotta shit in the fucking alley now.
For throwing
That was
snooze
okay.
down the toilet? You're putting a whole roll of paper towels in there?
You
It's a
honestly like
nightmare.
flushing tampons might even be better.
Nightmare.
Like I don't know. What do you want me to do?
Mystery solved.
You're a criminal.
You're the
You're a
one. You.
Unfair.
Why does this affect you guys so much?
Because it sits there stewing, and we
No,
all know
I
it.
clean it.
Bro, this is worse than a fucking
Hold on.
Fatsburg.
Hold on.
whatever they're called.
I clean it.
Yeah, I know you do, but the thought. It's just the fact that we know it's
And it
there.
always happens right before the show, so I don't have time to deal with it.
So it's marinated.
No, but I put caution cones outside.
Oh.
You didn't go in, right?
Right.
Dan?
Yeah, no, I saw
Yeah,
you
there's
have a
2
whole
caution
fucking police barrier set up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a checkpoint.
But so here's what I think is happening: is I put it's a paper towel flat over the water, and I think what happens is it just it like
Here's what it looks like.
a vacuum seals my shit.
Yeah, it like bags your shit.
Wait,
And the toilet as well.
And it
vacuum
sucks
seals.
it down perfectly.
Here's the bathroom right now.
Crazy.
Is that the photo from today, or is that the photo from last week?
Oh, is this from last week or is this today?
They look very similar.
Well,
photos.
it's the same. Yeah.
That's what it
Same
looks like right
situation.
now.
I took one today too. If you
There's
want
a
that.
standard procedure.
Yeah.
What
Who said
annoys
what?
me the most is that you've been so like adamant saying that you're not doing anything wrong.
Well, I
now
don't. But
you're
you all
saying-
were acting like I have giant monster shits or something. Like I just walk
Because
around.
we didn't have another explanation.
I don't
because we
know.
didn't know
I don't
until
know.
now that you're shoving paper towels down there.
Yeah, we don't know what the fuck is going on in there. We just know something's not right.
Right.
I mean, it's just a paper towel. It dissolves in water.
It doesn't
You know what?
dissolve.
You know what? Actually,
It's not a baby wipe.
someone on Reddit will pull the clip. I asked last time. I said, unless you're flushing something else down there, and you're like, oh, AB, what am I gonna be flushing? A toy down there? I'm like, I don't know, paper towel. And it was quiet. It was quiet.
I mean, listen. I think the way I'm using it is probably not helping. But that being said, I think a paper towel will dissolve in water. It's not like a wet wipe. But that being said, I am vacuum sealing my shit and dropping a fucking bomb down the plumbing. And that's why it's always an act of God, because
Oh my God. Yeah,
So
it's an act
fucking
of God.
insane.
You're right.
there's forces happening there.
Why don't you use just toilet paper?
A layer of toilet paper. if you
Probably,
gotta
I'll do that.
whole
I'll do
I did
that.
a toilet
procedure.
paper.
Because it's like, it's such a perfect layer. It's like, boom.
Wow, so that's crazy. It'll bag up and it sits like a clog. It makes so much sense.
It just occurred to me for the first time today that might be why it's happening.
Man, that's why you gotta start listening to me.
I don't get why it keeps clogging up. I mean, I shove a towel down there every time I take a shit.
It's
Wipe
a
my ass with
paper
a towel. It just won't go down.
First of all, it's a paper towel. If you're wondering whether it's safe to flush paper towels down the toilet, the answer is almost always no.
Okay.
Almost.
So this is like a lupus situation where it's
I'm just
almost
saying,
certain that you don't have lupus.
regardless of the
but
type of
almost.
paper towel you're using, it could cause serious damage to your plumbing. Hold on, let me ask ChatGPT.
Wait, that's not good enough explanation?
Well, I want a more thorough one. I want to know what situations it's okay. Can I flush paper towels down the toilet?
This is like a thing you learn when you start pooping. Don't flush the towels down the drain.
Yeah, I mean...
I usually don't have paper towels near the toilet, so it's not usually something that it's not a decision I'm forced to wrestle with.
It's a routine that's mainly the office.
What if you
it
got?
takes place here.
What if you gotta go real bad though? Like, do you always put the paper?
Yeah,
down
I mean,
every time?
it's very quick.
And this is to prevent splashback?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
100% accurate.
It's like right.
Like a dryer
it works
sheet.
so good. I haven't been splashed by ass water in years.
I mean, that is nice, but I don't think it's worth the
That being said, Dan, you can achieve the same thing with toilet paper.
Well,
it's
there
just
you
a little harder.
It's a dryer sheet for the toilet.
All right, let's ask ChatGPT.
All right.
Generally, it's not generally, emphasize generally,
Right.
not advised to flush paper towels down the toilet. Different composition of toilet paper, potential for clogging, strain on sewage system. Even if they get past your home's plumbing, paper towels can cause problems further down the line. Okay, great. Now I'm destroying the city.
Yeah.
What about a booster seat so that you're higher up so that the splash doesn't get you?
That doesn't work.
That seems more dangerous.
It'll splash.
Oh, right.
think
It's
it'll
like doing a
splash-
cannonball.
Oh, the velocity. I guess, yeah.
I think they did this at Mythbusters. They did a super long. And they
Oh,
poofed.
God.
And
So
it
maybe
still
you
flashed.
should instead just kind of lean so that your ass is just hovering like just a millimeter above the water. Like kind of just stick your ass down into
That
the bowl.
would probably be the best option.
Yeah.
For
So maybe you
avoiding
can
fire.
start doing that.
Oh my god, I'm gonna die.
You gotta
I
put
just
your
don't-
legs up more.
Hold on.
You gotta go like this. Like, you gotta, like, you know,
Yeah.
get in there real good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Exactly.
How's that
Cause
helping?
for splash.
Because your ass goes down
No,
lower.
because then the poop is just being gently inserted
Yeah.
into the
No.
water.
There you go.
Oh my
Guys,
god, I would
think
like to die.
Distance and poop is a constant. The closer you get, the smaller. There's
no loopholes.
Right.
It's a
constant
consistent
physical.
A equals B
There's
squared.
no
Yes.
there's no loopholes, but there is poop holes here.
That's true.
Here, I've been hit by inspiration, and a product called the Poop Slide. It's a
Poop
plastic
Slide.
object you carry with you. It looks like a kid's slide, kind of has like a nice curve, big park slide, and you kind of just if you poop on that and you slick it so it goes down nice, like with oil, keep it lubricated,
And I began to slide into him from behind.
and you kind of you poop on the slide, and then it takes a nice gentle ride down into the water.
Like a
Thoughts?
shoehorn.
Like a shoehorn, but bigger.
Right.
This was my ass.
Basically, you want your poop to look like this.
Not as fast.
Oh, I was just photoshopping that. Damn.
Oh, great minds.
Not
Sorry.
as fast. Not as fast. More
your gag.
more elegant. More elegant.
Now I have a question.
You
Does it
inside
create
of
a
me.
poop boat? Is all the poop above the water?
I don't know, honestly, because
Is there a captain?
you know what? Let's not get into all the details
Well,
because
that's what's interesting, dude. Check this out.
These are the important
I don't. Well,
conversations.
the paper, it's not a load bearing weight, love. If that's what you're wondering.
Okay, so it'll sink maybe after a couple seconds.
So here's kind of what I'm talking about. I was thinking of something bigger.
A diving board?
So they call this the splash guard.
I was thinking of something bigger and more robust, but this is a good. I like where their heads are at.
Wait, so it would hit this thing and then just kind of like slide off of that into the water?
This isn't my idea. The diving
no,
board.
I'm
is
just
not
wondering
my
like how this would operate.
I think it's gonna throw it back.
No way.
Right, it springs back.
It's not a good design. This is not a good design. Okay. Anyway, let's keep on moving, Dan.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that we were going to have this revelation.
No, it's important. And I'm gonna
Is this
find
a
that
real
clip.
product?
Yeah.
A bullseye that you shit on? That's so vile.
Yeah.
Being real for a second, that is disgusting. That's got to be a gag gift.
The bullseye.
Bowel's eye.
Dude, I want that.
But yeah, I mean, what happens if you succeed? Now a turd's just like sitting
This
there?
is a gag. This is just a gag.
Yeah.
There's no way. The bowel's eye.
That's fucking wicked cool, bro.
You want one of those?
Wicked.
I'd try it out, yeah.
Lena, can you grab a couple of those for the crew?
Are you sure it's not to like help a young boy aim?
Probably.
It says
but-
it's
I feel
called
like-
the bowel's eye.
Right.
Oh, bowel's eye. That's disgusting.
No, it's bowls. Bowls. not
bullseye.
bowels.
But it's meant to be
Like toilet bowl.
No, like
Ow.
toilet bowl.
Balls.
no
I think.
bowels.
I'm
It's
looking
not
Entendres
at
spelled
are
like
happening.
bowl.
Picture
It's
balls.
spelled like bowels.
balls.
Here, let me pull it up.
No.
Get your balls up.
It's bowel's eye.
That says bowls.
No, that's bowls.
But it's bowels.
Girl,
That's way better.
It is.
you know what? Let's take that to
you're
Shark Tank.
suggesting this as an improved naming.
I thought genuinely it was called bowel's eye. I mean, it's just one letter off.
Here,
Right.
I just found the product description. If you struggle to keep up with the cleaning demands of your toilet and areas surrounding, maybe it's time for something new. As innovative target for cleaner toilet bowl, Bullseye was developed to eliminate unwanted urine splash. Wait.
Oh, for his lemonade.
That's disgusting.
It's for both.
It's like a sponge.
That's a real product. Get this. I can't deal with this.
I have a better idea though.
This has got to be a joke.
I don't get it.
Have you guys ever seen people jump from like into pools, like from very far up?
Sure.
They from the bottom they bubble, so you don't hit the water as hard. So what if we put a bubbler at the underneath the toilet?
Bubbler?
That way it will be no splash and it'll go into the water.
Interesting.
You know what I mean?
I think
Like a rumbling
What's a bubbler?
Because when they do like diving and shit, they bubble air through the
Oh, they
water.
do? I didn't know that.
Through the water, so you don't hit it as hard.
Do you want to carbonate the toilet water?
Carbonate the toilet water, yeah.
Soda stream?
Yeah, soda stream, something like that.
We could just put one of those in there.
Yeah,
All right,
so-
guys.
We should-
We've talked about shit enough. Go ahead, Sam. You can close it off.
We should do a segment where we all try to make the best anti-splashback product.
Dude.
And test
That
them.
I mean, I'm down. I don't know if that will be because we're all gonna have to like shit on it, right?
I have an idea that I think
We can simulate shit.
would be good.
Oh, we're doing that. Ian, you got that? Thank you, Sam.
What do you use?
This is a
what
great
do you use
idea.
as the turd proxy? In this?
That makes a lot more sense than having to actually shit on it because that would be really gross.
Bag of turd.
Right. And to our East Coast viewers, I hope you're having a lovely dinner right now. Enjoy.
I can't believe you're not there.
You're not there.
Oh, I forgot. I'm supposed to plug something.
A nightmare. You're not
I wanted to
there.
tell you guys, speaking of sisters merch, the classics. Okay, I tried to plug it a few weeks ago. It wasn't ready. Classics are back. We got a ton of shirts in different colors. $20 for the women's classic shrunken tee.
Hey, that's
This
a good price
shirt
for a
is
shirt.
so nice. It is beautifully made, engineered. I'm in love with these shirts. I wear them pretty much every day. So you got that one. You've got the classic pocket tee. This one is, I love it. They're all in stock. You got plum.
I'm in love.
Navy, black, and olive.
I'm in love.
And you know, our idea for this is that we rotate the colors occasionally when we restock. So these are the colors of the season. And so the shirts are all back. The classic tee is back. The classic lumps. This is a pocket tee, a long sleeve tee. It's only $25. Yeah. Then you go down to the hoodies, $60 for the standard hoodie. $60.
Wow.
We murdered these prices.
Wow. Have the owners gone insane?
And this is super high quality too. It feels so nice. I love them.
It's as good as it gets. Basically, we're using the same wonderful fabric. What we did is we lowered the gauge in some cases, and what we did is remove all the kind of little details and stuff that gets the cost up. And we're also just eating into our margin to bring you guys affordable, super high quality goods that I'm sure you guys are gonna love.
It's great to have options.
$20 beanie, $20 hat.
Beanies, I can attest to the beanies.
The $25 fuzzy bear beanies, everyone loves those. So the thing is, yeah, you've got different tiers here. You've got the $60 hoodie. And then this one's zip up, so it's $65 because those zippers are really nice. You'd be surprised how much zippers cost, man. And then we've got the women's classic bear, for men too, the classic bear ear zip hoodie. It's got all the features. It's got the ears. It's got the zip. It's got the hoodie. That's $70. So it's like DLC unlocks.
Right. It's a $5 DLC for the bear ears.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, I vouch for all this stuff. I'm very proud and happy of this line. So I hope you guys will check that out.
Check it out. All right. We have somehow been going for 2.5 hours, and we have not gotten to our lead story.
You're not there. Can we finish Sisters and then go do it?
I I guess
a nightmare.
we can do whatever we want.
Well, let me think. I don't.
It's our show.
I do want to go home at a reasonable time so I can be with the kiddos.
Yeah. Let's finish it out, and then let's move on to the Sniperwolf stuff.
Let me think about
The
it. Hold on.
Sniperwolf stuff is just, not only is it like great in the sense of like content for me, but it's also important because she is so nuts. All right, let's just get into it. I'm already setting it up.
Okay.
What she's done to Jacksfilms, friend of the show and personal friend, frequent guest, frankly, on this show. We've talked about his antics recently, how he created a YouTube channel called Jacksfilms. It's a parody of Sniperwolf, who basically steals people's contents, quote unquote steal. She does reactions of other people's content with minimal reactions and mass uploads it. She's making so many views and so much money. And Jack correctly identified, like, hey, what's going on? Why is this being normalized again? Why is XQC doing this and nobody cares? Why is Sniperwolf doing this and nobody cares? Making literally tens of millions of dollars off other people's content. And let me pull up his channel. I think, and then she was like doing personal insults against him, and it all kind of escalated, especially from that, I think. I forget. She was going crazy on Twitter. But the funny thing here is that he actually created a real,
in 2017,
a real entertaining product.
Jack it off.
Where he's basically doing a reaction to her reaction. And in a really wonderful way, it's actually fair use where hers is not. But something happened. He hasn't uploaded in 3 days, it looks like, and he was being very, very consistent here on the Jacksfilms channel. What happened? Well, guys, it gets pretty wild. It started here when Sniperwolf on Instagram posted a story that showed the outside of Jack's house with a caption, "Let's talk like adults." This is the first post. So she's visiting LA, I guess. She goes, "Should I visit Jack?" Good idea. Let's ask your 12-year-old audience.
How does she know that even?
We obviously blurred this, but what is behind the blur is just a shot of his front house on its street, fully visible, with the address out, with everything. And she posted that shit. "Let's talk like adults," she says, as she doxes him. And everyone was like, whoa.
To say when you're doxing someone.
Holy shit.
Let's be mature about this.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we've all been on the internet at this point a long time. And I know she has been on the internet for a very long time. We all know that this is one of the worst things you can do on the internet. Yeah. And Sniperwolf, as someone who probably has some crazed, obsessive fans, I'm pretty sure that you understand the risk and the unease.
You'd think.
Of doxing somebody, despite how much you might dislike them. Jack was actually live while this happened. It's quite interesting to watch their live reaction and disbelief as this all unfolds. Here's Jack playing with a few of his friends as it unfolds.
Can y'all look at general real quick?
I got one wrong though.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
What?
Yeah, she really.
Wow.
Oh my
sorry,
god.
what?
Ew.
I didn't really believe it.
No, I
Ew,
just
but
checked.
that's crazy.
How would she know?
Ew, I'm gonna. All right, hold on.
How
I
would
wanna.
she know?
I'm gonna tweet that and say, "Hey, please don't. That's creepy."
Hold on.
So he's responding, first of all, to the first one where she's like, should I go to his house?
Right.
And he's
so
saying,
this isn't
please-
even the docs yet.
So this is all happening live. He says, please do not do that. That's creepy, which is a good response.
Hold on.
Go look at the general. Oh shit.
Yeah, hold on.
Pause. Yeah. Yeah. Pause. This is like.
Yeah, hold on.
This is tea.
I don't know if it's illegal. I don't know. Is it illegal to do that?
I think broadly, no. I don't think it is. But obviously it's immoral and dangerous and you shouldn't. But there may be some jurisdictions that have passed laws about it, but
I think if you're taking photos where you can see in the house, it can be considered a breach of privacy. I don't know, but probably it's not illegal. Frankly, you're right.
Yeah.
Is she like trying to
unfortunately.
dox you? I don't know, but that's
That
really
that's
That's not good.
really sketchy. That's like
That's
extremely
so sketchy.
Nah, fuck that.
How would she know where you
Fuck
live,
that.
though?
How the fuck does she know where we live? Leave me alone.
Fuck. I'm sorry.
Oh, so that's Erin, Jack's wife.
Mm-hmm.
Very sweet woman who I've had the pleasure of meeting many times. Very nice, very awesome. She's there too. Erin, that's what I said, right? Yeah, her name's Erin. Did I
Never
say
talk
something
about
else?
My wife in this context.
Oh, I didn't. I was looking
Okay.
at ChatGPT. I sent just in case.
Doxing or doxing someone, which involves revealing and publishing private or personal information, is generally considered illegal. Doxing can include sharing information such as a person's home address, phone number, email, etc., etc. She did that. So the violation of privacy can have serious legal consequences. Laws regarding doxing can vary by country and even within different regions or states. So the question is, what about in Los Angeles?
Yeah, so I am seeing, it looks like that there is a doxing law in the books in California. Doxing is illegal in California, and doing so rises to the level of online harassment. Doxing or dropping docs refers to publishing personal information with the intent to identify them. With the intent to identify them. See, that's where it gets tricky because
No, well,
Jack is a public figure.
He's attempting to. I think anyway. I think there's something there, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna explore.
Yeah, it definitely.
As he should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's in your house right now, Jack.
Shut up.
She's literally outside your house.
Like 5 minutes ago posted.
Wait, what?
She's literally right outside your
Oh
house.
my god.
This is happening right fucking now. Call the fucking police. Actually.
Wait, what?
Call the police.
No, there's a
I'm not
video.
joking. She's outside your house right now.
What the fuck?
Holy shit.
It's like a Nightmare Before Elm Street with Sniperwolf. Jason's outside
You
your
just
door.
combined the names of two movies in a really interesting way, but I knew what you meant.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
You got
And
it right.
Jason.
Yeah.
Freddy.
Right. I know, but they have collabed together.
Yeah.
There have been collabs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freddy v. Jason.
So I'm seeing, I found the California Penal Code. It says every person who, with the intent to place another person in reasonable fear for his or her safety or the safety of others in immediate family by means of electronic communication device. All this is sounding like what
Yeah.
she did.
Yeah.
And without consent of the other person and for the purpose of imminently causing that other person unwanted physical contact, injury, or harassment by a third party. Right. So basically to encourage like her fans to do something about it.
I think that's right on. That's a perfect.
Should be publishing email hyperlinks, makes available downloading personal identifying information, a digital image of another person. Trying to see.
She did it. She did it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's sounding like
Is
she
it a civil
violated
or
this.
legal violation?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He could probably sue her for a nice sum.
How do you not know that that's going to blow up in your face? Is what baffles me. Like, what is her thought process? She thinks that this will make her look good.
She's thinking that she's been stealing people's content for a decade and made like $50 million off it. So she's never been held accountable for anything. So she thinks that.
Right.
All gravy, baby.
Yeah. Should be off the deep end with it because that is wild, if not drug induced. I can't see someone doing that in a sober state of mind unless they're just losing it.
Unless she's still high. Several days have passed and she's still defending it. But let's continue the video.
Video on her story 5 minutes ago.
I'm recording. Oh my god, she's outside her house.
Fucking record this right now.
She's fucking doxing you. Yeah, that's.
I mean, disbelief.
Yeah, no, this is fuck her.
That another creator could be so dumb. Like, because there's certain rules, right, guys? We know. Like, you don't dox people.
No, that is a huge violation of privacy.
She's right
And
there.
so much else.
She's
There's
right
so
there.
much wrong with that.
No, I'm not getting out, dude. Fuck that.
No,
fuck that.
Yo, if it was Texas, I think he could kill her.
Huh?
If it was Texas,
Oh
I
my
think he
God.
could kill her. Castle doctrine, bro.
I think she'd have to.
I think she would have to probably approach the house for that.
Dude. I'm telling you, castle doctrine, man. We'll figure it out.
Well, we don't have none of that in California, so.
What the fuck?
I'm not saying it's the right thing to do. I just.
You're just saying from a legal standpoint. I don't think that would be the case in California. It might be in Texas, unironically.
Yeah. Yeah.
She should not have shown up to his house. That's crazy.
Call the cops and show them the Instagram story.
Hold on. I'm gonna go outside.
Aaron,
No, Aaron, don't. Do not.
Do not go out there.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna end this.
But end the stream.
Sorry, gamers. Thank you for coming out. But this is
This was one of her stories. She said, Jacksfilms abruptly ends his live when he finds out.
No, she didn't.
Why is it? Oh, this is just a screenshot. I see.
Yeah. That's one we already showed.
Okay, so that's insane.
Yeah.
And there's more. This has led to some of Sniper's insane followers leaking their address. Of course. I mean, obviously. This person just keeps posting it everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
We blurred it, but it's just a straight up picture of the house during the day.
He wants clout because he's so broke and going bald that he needs a wig. That's all. Dude, got him. More people. Where is it? Were they? Sniper had this really insane take where she's like, it's not like it's private. All I did was Google Jacksfilms' address.
Right here.
We're
Which is just like further doing it, essentially.
Here, a follow-up post between the two of them, number 6.
Here's a follow-up post of Leia is her name, I think. I feel silly calling her Sniperwolf. I mean, she's just Leia. Sniperwolf just doxed me on Instagram. Creepy, gross, violating. What you do is disgusting. You steal content and stalk YouTubers. At YouTube, demonetize this dangerous creator or just get her off your platform. She posted on IG right outside our home and deleted it. First of all, Jack, I love you. Rookie mistake. Don't ever tag YouTube. You got to tag Team YouTube.
Oh, I see.
If you tag YouTube, it will go into the void. No one will ever see it.
I see.
But Team YouTube, the guys who run that account, man, are slick. They're quick.
Okay.
But regardless, sure they saw it. There's been a lot of conversating about it. She literally posted a video outside our house for all of her 5.6 million followers to see, then delete it. In what universe do you think that's okay? In what reality do you live in where this kind of behavior is justified? It's time to get her off the platform. She's no longer a silly creator that steals content. She's a creep that stalks and threatens her critics. Now, fuck that. Time to get her off YouTube. I got to say that I fully agree. I mean, what do you do? So I feel that YouTube does need to intervene because...
I mean, it's one of their biggest creators. It's somebody that YouTube has directly endorsed numerous times. And they're
recently.
Recently. It's not a great look.
Chat has a good idea. Instead of Sniperwolf, we'll just call her SS.
The SS. The SS showed up outside of Jack's house.
Yeah, the thing is, even as recently, they're putting her on panels. They're posting about her. And that's really fucking crazy. She responded, this creep has been harassing me for months, then plays victim, saying I threatened him when I just wanted to talk to him. I have no intention. It's so sad when people have to constantly create drama to pay their bills. I genuinely don't...
You're a fucking idiot.
...know if she really believes that. I have a hard time believing that she's not that dense. She knows what she did. But either way, if you're that dumb, then let's also get you off the internet. You know. And to say he's threatening her, we're familiar with this. People who are not familiar with it might misinterpret that. He is for sure not harassing her. I would say, I mean, you know what? Maybe he is harassing her, probably. I guess in the technical sense, but like it's warranted.
I mean,
he is harassing her, but that's not always a bad thing. I mean, sometimes people need to be harassed. Like for example, the Senate. Let's I use that like, let's harass our representative.
100%. Call your representative.
All right,
if
here's
you
the,
wanna
here's
see
the
change.
definition. Subject to aggressive pressure or intimidation.
Well, so he's not intimidating her, but
Right.
he is I'd say exerting.
Pressuring her.
I wouldn't say
Pressure.
aggressively. I would say in a very healthy sense.
He's playing bingo.
There's no threat of physical harm.
Yeah, I don't think it quite rises to harass. I mean, brutally and consistently critiquing. Yes.
I think it matches calling the representatives. That was a very, very nice.
Yeah, we
very nice
all
comparison.
harass
Call your representative.
people at times, and obviously sometimes it's warranted, sometimes it's not. You know, like for example, sometimes.
It is very funny.
Oh, you see what was just dropped?
Zach is back here dying at this. Boogie, I can help with the security detail. Well, if to be fair, he was the victim of doxing as well.
Right, yeah, no.
So he knows. The man knows.
Oh my God.
It's been around.
That's a boogie dub, I guess. It's a rare,
Very rare.
a rare dub, but it is a dub. And we'll get to him. Our boy went out with strapped to meet his doctors. You know. And we love that for him.
Didn't he like shoot a warning shot too?
Yeah, he did. Oh, he did. He did.
Yeah.
Charge the gun.
He got in trouble
He
for
got
it.
in trouble. He
got it. He was
jail. Yeah, he got arrested for shooting a shot off in
Did
the
he
air.
shoot it in the air? That's
He's
crazy.
like boom, boom, boom.
Yo, that's not cool.
It's crazy.
He shot
bro.
3 times. That's
No,
half
he
his
shot
bullet.
once.
I think it was just once. Yeah, it's this weird situation where, like, I don't know the rules of, I don't remember what state he's in or whatever, but assuming they have the castle doctrine thing, I think he got in more trouble for shooting into the air than he would have shooting the person at his house, which is
Yeah, I think
very
he's
cool.
It's a nightmare.
Close to a school zone too.
Yeah,
so.
a reckless discharging of a weapon in public, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Killing someone on your property is a great thing.
Fair game.
That's castle doctrine.
Fair game.
He basically got a fine for missing.
If you guys
Got a fine for missing.
If you guys are not American and don't know what I'm talking about, in a few super conservative states, there's this thing called the castle doctrine that says anyone that approaches your property basically is a very
open season,
loose law that states that you can fucking kill them if you reasonably believe that you're in danger. And again, reasonably believe you're in danger is something you can apply. I mean, Boogie could easily make that argument.
Mm-hmm.
And so could Jack if he wanted to shoot her if he was in Texas.
Well, AB just shared, I guess California does have a version of the castle doctrine. I have a feeling that they're probably a little bit more strict in the interpretation.
What's our castle doctrine? Just so Jack knows his rights for next time.
California's castle doctrine is a legal principle in which residents are presumed to have a reasonable fear of death. Right, so that's the difference, is like you have to reasonably think like you're about to die. If an intruder forcibly enters the home, that's the other thing. They would have to actually enter the premises.
So you have to think that they were going to kill you and be in your house. This one is just you're in danger and they're on your
they've crossed the property line. Right.
That's awesome. That's America. So anyway, she is really moronic for that. She says, I have no ill intentions. This is Jack's response. Sssniperwolf, you showed up to our home tonight and filmed it for 5 million Instagram followers. That's called doxing. The harassing you claim I've been doing is documenting recent examples of you stealing creators' content, stealing jokes, and failing to provide transformative commentary. Obviously, you struck a nerve, but wow, doxing me was not on my bingo card. There's no reality.
Literally.
You're in the right. And of course, Jack is right. He's always right.
Always. King.
When has he ever been wrong, frankly?
Never.
She responded, 400 videos online shitting on someone, but wanting to talk IRL goes too far. Modern men are a joke. Again,
you could reach out privately. Why that doesn't need to happen on your Instagram story.
First of all, the insinuation that that's what happened. She's not. Is she that dense? Is she that dumb? She's not. She's bearing the lead, as they say, which is that you took a picture of his house with the address and posted it online. I just wanted to talk. I was just trying to tell you that I'm here, ready to talk. I was just trying to let you know where I am outside so you can meet me to talk. Accusing me of doxing is defamation. Oh, shut the fuck up.
What? Hold on.
I have no idea how to dox. Oh, dude, she's not that dumb. She's been on the internet for.
I don't know.
Nah, she's memeing, I think.
I have no idea how to dox. That's like what my grandma would say. How do you do a dox? He literally posted his address on Google and said I threatened him and doxed him. What?
How do you post something on Google?
So going on, she's posting more, defending her doxing him. This is obsessive behavior. Is this really the only way you can get views on YouTube? Don't you have a wife? That I don't get.
You can unmute this. It's muted. Top right.
She's insinuating he wants to fuck her. Like, get a grip, lady. He's criticizing you.
Oh, I didn't.
I don't know what else
I
that
didn't
means.
interpret it that way, but maybe you're right.
I don't know how else other to interpret.
Maybe that he's supposed to be busy, just like being with her.
that just don't you have better things to be doing?
Which he literally was playing with his wife when she doxed him
right.
and
That's
put her
I
in
don't
danger.
know. I think she's implying that the amount of attention he's giving her should threaten his wife's confidence in the relationship.
And so she was posting all of this after the incident?
Yeah. This is
It's
all.
like, listen, like I wouldn't agree with her, but like if she decided to pop off on Jack and post stuff like this, she's well within her rights to be like, what the fuck? Stop making videos about me or whatever.
1000%.
Yeah, but doing this to try and deflect criticism for what she did that's pretty crazy.
You said this was a video? Oh, here. How do I unmute it? I
The
don't
top right. There's a little.
Oh.
There's a little.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
So
it's tiny.
Hide it from you.
Me, every single video for the past few months has been about me. And it's just like shitting on me. And then his streams. This dude is just like low-key harassing me. Like, should I get a restraining order?
You just showed
This
up outside
guy's
his house.
entire
If anyone-
what are you talking
It's just
about?
me.
if anyone's getting a restraining order, it's the person that showed up and doxed them. And I mean, if you did get a restraining order, that would probably be preferable to Jack as well, which means that you cannot go near him.
Right.
So, yes, let's get the restraining order going.
I can't sleep. About me. And it's just like shitting on me. And
we
then his
watched it.
streams.
Pretty incredible.
This dude is just like low-key harassing me. Like, should I get a restraining
I
order?
can't pause it. No, he is harassing her. I agree. He's high-key harassing her.
I still
It's
don't think
high
it really
key-
rises to the level of harassment.
I mean, not like the legal or
the
not the
you're
legal
saying the
sense.
good kind of harassment.
Yeah, we all agitate and activate certain entities and people at time. You know, for example, like my power went out, and I called the power company like 10 times asking where's the power. I'm harassing them. They say stop harassing me. I said I want my fucking power back.
It's important.
I feel so powerful.
So she says low key, and I wish you would just amend her language to be more accurate. He's high key harassing you, but with a very good reason, justified harassment. She ends this with saying, "Should I get a restraining order?" Well, one of us showed up to the other's house tonight, and it wasn't me.
Right.
Team YouTube, those are my people. They responded, "We don't allow harmful behavior like threats and doxing. This resource has more info about our harassment and policy." The fuck? Could you please look into this, Jack said? So I think they acknowledged it. Let's keep going.
I sent the video. This is how Sssniperwolf expected him to answer the door. It's time-stamped.
Right.
You guys remember this?
Oh my god, you're Sssniperwolf. Oh my god, I'm Nezuko.
This is how she expected him to react.
You must be Mia. Yeah. I'm sorry. How do you know my name? Oh my gosh.
Dude,
I didn't
that's
look like this right now.
crazy.
Where's that?
You're totally fine.
I don't know. Leave me alone, Darman.
You still got it open.
I think it was open twice somehow.
Oh, it's playing in Discord? That's crazy. That's crazy. I can't drink when you're not here.
Really hit that one.
She made a joke about the situation the following day. She's
Wait,
out.
She said she was in LA for a shoot.
Yeah.
Maybe she was doing another Darman.
I hope so. That's the
Unless she
collaboration.
meant she was sniping.
She's doing a Darman video about respecting people's privacy.
Shoot the son of a bitch.
This is her sister, I think. She says, "We show up to your house. What do you do?
Sister looks scared.
We show up to your house.
like, I
What
don't
do you
wanna
do?"
hear.
Again, she thinks that.
It's
Call
just
the
cute.
police.
It's just a quirky little thing.
I think she genuinely is like, we're so hot. Who wouldn't want to see us at their house? Like, I genuinely
Me
think
when I walk past someone's house.
Yeah.
they're like, what? Excuse me, what guy would be angry about us showing up at their house? Don't you have a wife?
Right.
Or you are undateable. I think. No, you're not undateable. I don't know anything about you. I won't go that far. Everyone's deserving of love, even her. That's too extreme. It's just a minor doxing situation.
Just a minor dog.
Yeah, she.
Ugh.
Sniper, her sister is encouraging fans to look up his address. Continue to harass and dox him. Pretty incredible. This is her sister, I guess, the real Soli G. Now, oh no, sorry. This is a reporter who's reporting on it. Now, Sniperwolf's sister is encouraging fans to look up his address, in addition to confirming that they were 100% there to harm him. Here is her comments. Not you defending doxing. That's just sad. Someone commented. She responded. She didn't dox anyone, dumbass. Google Jacksfilm address. Lol. Anyone can see it. They're dumb. They're so dumb.
Is that what she meant when she said he posted his
Yes.
address to Google?
That's what I was
Yeah.
saying. Like wink, wink.
Oh
like,
my
it's
god.
Totally. Yeah.
The internet doesn't work that way. I
mean, they're
and you work on it. You should know.
Yeah.
They're so dumb. She doesn't realize how much she's incriminating herself by saying that. It's crazy. Damn, does he not know how to fight or something? She said. What? What?
Yeah, what?
You wanted him to go out there and fight her?
Yeah, you wanted to throw down?
As someone who was recently doxxed, this is insane.
Well, she's saying that she was looking for a violent confrontation, in a sense,
Yeah. Right.
which definitely would
That definitely would
go against her.
not look good in courtroom.
Damn, these people are lost. Holy shit. Oh God, that's disturbing, Cam. This is so cursed. Here is this is what Sniperwolf wish happened. Don't you know how to come outside and fight? Make my day. Go ahead, make my day.
Oh
Take a
my
step on my
God.
property. I dare you.
And wait for the wolf who should be coming directly.
I fired 3 bullets in the air. The question is,
You sending the wolf?
do you feel lucky?
You sending the wolf?
Oh man.
Wow.
Crazy story. Let's see. Another immature response from her sister. Glad to know the whole family is moronic. Runs in the family, clearly.
Hi, sisters.
In addition to reaching out to YouTube, be sure to report them for this behavior based on their actions. It's clear that she's heading down a dangerous path. It will no doubt cause serious issues going forward. She said, suck my nuts. Which, to be fair, is probably the least problematic thing. I mean, that's fine. She should have started with that and then kept that energy.
Yeah.
These nuts.
Exactly, Mom. Jack's wife Erin tweeted at Team YouTube and got quite a lot of traction on her tweet. I'm happy to say, dear YouTube, and she tagged Team YouTube. That's good. I am not a creator, but my husband is. Tonight, Sniperwolf came to my home, posted on her Instagram for all to see, and tried to instigate a confrontation. Enough to worry about what she, as one of your favorite creators. Enough to worry about what she, as one of your favorite creators. They said
Ran out of
appreciate.
characters.
Anyway, Team YouTube said appreciate the report. We're passing this on, so they are aware of it.
So that was on Saturday. I was seeing from the timestamp. I mean, YouTube, are they all gone during the weekend? The people that
yeah.
actually make decisions like this.
So from my experience, almost everybody is gone on the weekend, and that's one of the things I've always laughed at them for. Like, just hire more people to work on the weekend. Like, I told him.
Well, they're just a scrappy little startup company.
This is my
Alphabet.
response to that. I say, well, that's a good thing nobody posts on the weekend, so you guys are fine.
Yeah.
So stupid. Can y'all just hire more people?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's people that would love to be there on the weekend. Well, in some interesting developments, Sniperwolf's G Fuel page seems to have been pulled.
We've been down this. We've been down this road.
She's telling herself, "Nightmare."
A nightmare.
It's a
You really
nightmare.
crossed the line, Jack.
I can't
Sleep when you're nightmare.
It's a nightmare.
Nightmare.
You're not there. My head goes numb and my
All right.
heart
Oh my
beats
God.
fast when it feels
Another,
like death.
just to highlight the
Driving me insane. This
how-
is a nightmare.
Just to highlight the absurdity of YouTube, they are constantly propping her up. Here she is doing a keynote speech at VidCon. This is happening in June.
No. It just happened.
It just happened.
Last June.
Wait, what month is it? Oh,
It was
It's
in
October.
June this
oh,
year.
so she okay.
Yeah, this was like 3 or 4 months ago.
It was in June this
Okay,
year.
well, she didn't.
Thank
She
you,
hadn't
Lord.
done. She hadn't doxed or threatened anybody then.
Right, but still, her type of content.
But I agreed that her type of content should not be paraded around. Like I saw a tweet from YouTube, tweeted out one of her videos and was like, "We love Sniperwolf." just like a little while ago.
What? That was sort of one of the main instigators of Jack starting down
Yes.
this path.
Yes.
This is
Yeah.
the tweet I think you're talking
Oh,
about.
thank you, AB. Yeah, you're right. Jack saw this and got pissed. Sniperwolf is the creator of our dreams. Readers added a community note. Sniperwolf recently doxed Jacksfilms, which is in clear violation of YouTube's community guidelines.
Uh-oh.
You're not there. Not there.
Yeah, they're in a spot now.
So here they wrote
have to
about her.
react to this.
Sniperwolf has created her online fan base, the Wolf Pack, around her gaming skills, cosplay, and reaction videos.
You sending the wolf?
And
That is a good name for fan base.
The Wolf Pack.
And wait for the wolf who should become.
Bring out the wolves. Where my pack at?
You sending the wolf?
I'm sure that's what her audience sounds like. So a friendly reminder that yeah. So that also here's the tweet. We opened this already, but
Here's the tweet in question.
that's basically it. Oh, he put a video up. Let's watch this.
Yeah, it's pretty short.
Last night, Sniperwolf, a massive YouTuber, showed up outside of our home, recorded a video of our home, and then posted it to her 5.6
It sounds
million
it sounds far-fetched to the point of being like he's got to be exaggerating. That's literally what happened.
Instagram followers, goading me with the line, "Let's talk like adults." In my 17
How many ring
years
lights
on
you got,
YouTube,
Jack? You
I've
seeing this?
never
Say what?
You seeing the reflection in his
I am.
glasses? I think he has 4 ring lights.
Dude, this man's a professional. I'm telling you.
4.
You hear? He's been in the game for 17 years.
He knows
Dan.
what's up.
The light is balanced on that face.
And he is filled in really nicely. I'll say.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Got a nice fill there. Could work. But I think it may be a little bluish on the color
It could
balance.
be a stylistic choice, though.
It's
Could
making
be.
his hazels pop.
True.
Right.
Mhm.
Those hazels are something, man.
Mhm.
From one hazel-eyed boy to another.
I love that he's wearing a headset though. That's a gamer move.
Hey, that's a pro gamer move.
someone come to my home and vaguely threaten me. Sniperwolf needs to be deplatformed. In this exact moment, she turned from a mere content thief to someone who doxes and stalks her critics. To everyone that's reached out to us, thank you. We're fine, we're just a little shaken up. But mainly, we feel violated. We no longer feel safe in our own home because we're dealing with someone who genuinely thinks they're in the right for A, stalking me, and B, posting our home to her massive audience. What a disgusting abuse of clout that is. This is irresponsible at best and flat out dangerous at worst.
Potentially illegal.
YouTube needs to step in and take action. If this goes unpunished, then it sets a terrifying precedent. that you can dox and stalk your critics so long as you have a big YouTube audience. If she truly wanted to talk with me, she could have done so through many other means. But there's one thing you don't do. You do not show up at someone's house. That's simply a line you do not cross.
And even worse, posting a picture of it.
There is zero justification for this.
Man, speaking
She
facts
claims
only.
in her story that I've been harassing her. No, Sniperwolf, I've not been harassing you at all. In my videos on Jacksfilms, I've been critiquing her non-transformative commentary, I point out cases of content theft and freebooting, and I credit the creators she steals from. I've been critical of her content, but that does not equate to harassment. What is?
I guess we disagree on the definition of harassment.
I was
but I'm
gonna
saying
say-
it's good. That's what I'm
You're
pro.
using it in like a colloquial sense.
Yeah, I'm pro in this case. You know, I think it's good that he's harassing her.
Okay, that's probably not the
Academic
best
harassment.
thing to say.
In the
different
proverbial
than
sense, not in the legal sense.
Yeah.
Right.
Legal harassment is bad.
Yeah.
Legal harassment
is bad.
Legal?
Legal.
Like under the
like the
definition, under the legal definition.
Illegal harassment? No.
Right. But the legal definition
He's
of
saying-
harassment
Oh,
is bad.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
The legal definition of harassment? Oh my God, no. X.
Oh
Never.
my God.
Never. You know.
Harassment is coming to our home, sharing it for millions to see, and taunting me to come out. YouTube needs to take swift action and ban her from the platform ASAP. And the same goes for Instagram. Speaking of, Sniperwolf is already
Actually,
making...
he's right about Instagram because she posted that shit to that platform.
in light of the situation, as if stalking someone is a quirky thing to do. No one should feel unsafe in their own home.
What I do?
Stop itching your tattoo.
Oh no, it's like fully healed already.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just applying the
Oh, you were putting
Good.
something on
Yeah.
it. I'm sorry. I thought you were picking at it, and I was like,
No. It's
don't do that.
It's basically all fully healed. There's just a little. It's all scabbed. It's all peeled off.
Uh-huh.
It's peeled?
It's just yeah. It's like totally healed pretty much.
Oh, healed.
It's just there's a few parts during the dark spots where the skin is just has a little more like regeneration to do, but it's fine now.
Okay. All right.
Beautiful.
Good.
It's a done deal.
It's a done deal, baby.
Thanks to Sniperwolf, my wife and I now do. So YouTube, please do the right thing and get her off the platform. Anyone who weaponizes their fan base like she did.
Hold on, let's get a good shot of those ring lights. I see 3. Did you see one with 4?
Yeah, there was another part where there was one bigger one. There
Oh,
was
yeah.
one ring to rule
There.
them all. There you go.
Yeah, there
See,
it is.
I think that's the one ring, and then those are the 3 elven rings.
Lord of the
Yeah,
Ring
he is
Lights.
the Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Ring Lights.
Lord of the Ring lights.
Iconic Jack as always.
So YouTube,
the secret
please
flame.
do the right thing and get her off the platform. Anyone who weaponizes their fan base like she did does not deserve a space here.
Okay, pretty
There it is.
serious message. And frankly, if YouTube doesn't do anything, that is really, really unbelievable. I know they love her. They love her revenue. They love the views. And they love the demographic probably of like kids.
Well, on its yeah, exactly. I mean, her content is totally like
And it's, like, safe.
inoffensive. Yeah, it's like safe.
They're like, oh, it's safe for anyone to watch.
Yeah, it's family friendly. Like, and that's why it's so stupid if she just not doxed somebody. She's got a great thing going on. Like,
A really great thing.
yeah, it's just like such a dumb thing to do. Oh my
As
God.
far as I can tell, if I go to her channel, I don't think his campaign against her has impacted her views at all. I'm sure her comment section is like it's probably all fucked up. But in terms of views,
Excuse me, ma'am.
What? So we're only using the toe.
that she's still polling crazy. Yeah, it's the same as it was 9 days ago. 1.6 million, 900, 1.2,
Pretty good.
1 million. She just
Good for
posted 1
daily
hour ago,
uploads.
by the way. She's in LA. She preloads these. It's so easy.
Dude, she
Oh,
probably
yeah.
works one day of the month. Just
Right,
makes
yeah, you could
30 videos. Fuck it.
knock out a
Yeah.
fuck ton. Yep.
That's a good gig right there.
Why? Yeah. Why? Like, who cares if Jacksfilms is making fun of you?
It's not affecting her bottom line here.
Yeah.
Let's see what the comments are like. Friends?
Hello, friends. It's
She's got the G Fuel in the back. I'm gonna have to get rid of that.
me, and today is Darman.
Don't call attention to that.
Right. That's what I did to Keemstar.
Yeah.
Right, the
People
classic.
said I went after his sponsors. My God, man.
Right.
But actually, don't listen. The thing about G Fuel is though that there is lead in it, and I only fuck with
Gamer subs.
Gamer Sub Nation. And when I say lead, I want to be clear. It's probably a negligible amount of lead.
Right.
Just
probably
to be
like-
fair.
In California, we have this I guess regulation or whatever you call it, where like any place that any trace amounts of carcinogens can be found needs to have a sign on the front of it saying this place has things that can cause cancer or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's written in such a broad way that literally every fucking business in the state of California has one of those signs in front of it.
They didn't really
It
end
means,
up
like,
being that
nothing.
useful.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, I see that everywhere. I'm at Starbucks, and they're like,
everywhere.
There are things in this building will give you cancer.
Yeah, because there's, of course,
It's really so dumb.
Very stupid.
And it's about like shit that is like a construction material that you would have to eat or like dumb shit. It's just not happening. But anyway, I can't sleep. It's a nightmare.
Nightmare.
Can we just appreciate how great Sniperwolf is at creating more and more controversy for herself instead of trying to eliminate it? Really someone to live up to. Can we appreciate how Sniperwolf always managed to promote criminal behavior? Okay, so she's actually not.
Oh
posting
yeah,
it.
well this I mean is this the first one since the incident? That's
This
been
was just
posted?
an hour ago.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the first one though since it. But okay.
She did post one yesterday too, actually. So yeah. See what the like ratio is like. There we go.
She's like a modern day Bloody Mary.
Not as bad as I would have expected, but I guess there's still time, eh?
Yeah, I mean the interesting nature of her content is simply just that. It's just recommendation and next play fodder. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why YouTube loves her. It's appropriate for all. Young kids watch it because they don't know any better. They just want to watch the compilation of funny videos, which we all love, right? And YouTube can just feed that shit to anybody. You know what I mean? That's why there's so little engagement. It's just recommendation fodder. Like that girl is serving at the leisure of the YouTube empire. They fucking built that nation of hers. So that's basically that. And I really hope that YouTube does do something, because it'd be pretty wild not to. So I am Team Jacksfilm all the way.
It would be such bad PR for them if they don't do anything.
So
it's not just anybody. It's like, again, it's somebody that they like straight up are like, yes, this is the face of YouTube right now.
Why does that always happen? Like, they won't ever let me be the face of YouTube.
Well,
but like, I'm not gonna. There's no surprises with me. Or well, in a way, you know what I mean. Like, I'm not gonna. Well, yeah, maybe
Part of
there
the
are.
fun.
Maybe there are.
Oh, I'm being told that's his actual face. I'm so sorry.
But maybe the lesson is that, you know, why not me? Because she's going to fuck up too. You know, PewDiePie was the face of YouTube, and God bless him.
Right.
That man dropped the N-bomb on a live stream, on a YouTube live stream.
They don't have the best track record, do they?
No. And then the other chosen ones were Jake and Logan Paul. They were like the golden children.
Really?
James Charles was the golden child.
Oh yeah, the Suicide Forest was like a month after YouTube Rewind, where it was all Pauls.
It was like 50% Paul brothers.
Right.
David Dobrik.
Yeah.
Dobrik was a darling. James
So maybe
Charles
be
was a
glad that they
darling.
didn't pick you, because this does seem like a curse that they put on people.
Well, they gotta
Interesting.
kind of just embrace it at this point.
Well, and then the other people that weren't controversial that I can think of who were like former darlings is like Glozella and
Glozell.
Hannah.
I loved Glozell.
Hannah. There's a whole bunch of
Hannah Hart.
But they're just
Mamrie Hart.
and then who's the other guy that looks like Ellen?
Tyler Oakley.
Yeah.
Tyler Oakley. I remember him.
So like the other thing is that I don't think they have a very engaged audience.
Right.
So it's a curse, I think, to all who's touched by it.
He was saying Shane Dawson too.
Shane.
Speaking of, did you see yesterday he dropped a
less so.
conspiracy video with Jeffree Star? It literally felt like we were in 2018 again.
Yeah. He's desperate. He wants to go back.
Yeah. I actually wonder. I want to see how that performs.
That's what I was just gonna do, girl. I want to go
Oh my
there.
God, hey girl, we're on the same page. We're reading the same book.
Shane Dawson.
Casey survived it.
He's the only one.
You're right. Casey survived it.
But we did get K-pop.
Y'all.
That's fine. We love K-pop.
It's been one day and it's 973K, so it's pretty good.
That's good views,
Yeah.
but it ain't what it used to be.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're right about that.
You know who YouTube stood by, and I feel confident in saying he can do no wrong, and is a perfect angel and will never be in a controversy.
Go ahead.
Mark Ass Brownlee.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Oh man, he is such a good guy.
Yeah, he's a fucking king.
Shout out. He will never let us down.
So maybe it's not so much the curse. It's just some people they can't deal with it. They cannot deal with the
pressure.
I think it's possible. It's a lot, right, to go and become that famous, especially when YouTube they feature you in these YouTube rewinds, which they stopped. We'll get like 300 million views plus. Someone had like 1 billion views.
Will Smith got it the worst.
He got slapped. Oh, no, yeah, his wife cheated on him because of it.
My wife's name out your fucking mouth.
By the way, there was interesting developments with that.
Oh God.
They weren't even together, and actually they were fully separated. And then Jada was talking about it, and again, this woman is her sole existence to humiliate Will.
I was so blown away by some of these headlines.
She goes,
I wasn't sure if are we sure it's not like just like clickbait? Because some of it was so like,
Bro,
oh
it's
my
all
God,
real.
why would she say that?
It's all real. Everything you've heard is on video.
Dude, yeah, she was like saying like she was shocked when it happened and she was surprised and Tupac is her soulmate.
She says, I was shocked and surprised because we weren't even together. I didn't understand why he was calling me his wife.
That's so crazy. Something that fucked up his reputation for a very long time, and she's like, that was so fucked up that he did that. I mean, it was, let's be honest.
Well,
but
it didn't really work
crazy.
for anyone.
Yeah, it didn't work for
I don't think
anybody.
she did not seem to enjoy that.
Yeah, no, someone's got to
She was like, I'm not with him.
Also, and obviously I remember you were not thrilled about him doing that, but you recall that there were lots of people that were happy that he did that because it's like, yes, standing up for his black wife and like making jokes about black women's hair is not acceptable. You know, there was like a lot of angles of why people were appreciative of him standing up for his wife. And then for her to just
like,
be like,
nah.
oh, I didn't care about any of
None
that.
of
We
that's
weren't even
true.
together. It's just like, girl, all these people were like on your team. Like, what are you doing?
I
What are
know,
you
man.
doing?
The only thing to save his ass is if she's like, I appreciated that very much.
Right.
And she did
And
not.
that's what I was wondering is
She should have
maybe
played that up for him. Like, I was touched that he stood up for me.
I yeah, exactly.
I mean, then he could have got at least some. But yeah, no, he's fully thrown under the bus. Somebody, a member, thank you to Erica, 19-month member, thank you. She said, and this is very true, to be fair, Ethan is the only one with a perfectly rated apology.
It's true.
So I don't know if YouTube takes that into consideration. But there you, it is good to know that it's not a total curse. You've got Casey, you've got Mark Ass Brownlee. There's got to be more. Emma Chamberlain was a darling, and she's doing very, very, very well.
Mhm.
She's very professional, very.
In the fashion scene,
Yeah,
times
she's crushing
10.
it.
Amazing.
Who else? Who else made it?
Did they back Bill Burnham like that?
I don't think so. I think he was. I don't
Mr.
know.
Beast.
That was a long time ago. Shit.
Yeah, true.
Mr. Beast, maybe?
Mr. Beast
Still
hasn't. He's got time still.
Yeah, he's still got
Give him some time.
Yeah, GMM.
Jenna Marbles is definitely someone that I and a lot of people support. Unfortunately, that she just felt she had to get off the internet. So I don't know if that counts as a curse or not.
I miss her.
But in my opinion, she never did anything wrong in modern days.
Good Mythical Morning.
Rhett and Link, Come on.
Oh.
people.
They can do no wrong.
Ever.
Mark S. Brownlee and Rhett and Link in a room together. World peace is resolved.
Mm-hmm. I should probably stop calling him Mark Ass Brownlee because it's been so long since that YouTube Rewind. People might not know
Everyone knows.
what I'm referring to and just think I'm calling him Mark Ass.
Everybody
That's a Will
knows.
Smith.
Well, here then.
Will Smithism.
Zach, grab the Mark S. Brownlee so that you can give the context when we say that.
I don't just seem like a dick saying his name wrong on purpose.
Fortnite.
He went Mark S. Brownlee.
Fortnite.
Ninja.
Ninja?
He was more of a Twitch darling than a YouTube darling.
He was in the Rewind, though.
Man, he had...
Yeah. Liza Koshy was,
He was
a
driving
darling.
the bus.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, by the way, PewDiePie, to say he's cursed, though, he still enjoyed a tremendous amount of success all the way, even to today. He's basically just retired. He's like did YouTube and he's done. So I don't think he's been cursed. I don't think that's fair to say. Oh shit! I gotta watch that before we leave.
Oh.
Hold on, one last thing. How long we been going, Dan?
3:25.
Damn, we didn't get to watch the Vampire Hunter either.
Good stuff for Wednesday.
True.
We didn't
So
talk
maybe
about
I'll
the
save it. I'll
Logan
save it.
bullshit either.
Yeah, let's save it.
I'll save it.
Nah.
Abe's like, please.
Please, for the love of God.
Please.
It's the Logan stuff we can't even show anyways, right?
We'll take a look. We'll figure. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
You're not there.
Can't sleep when you're not there.
A nightmare.
Not there.
Great. Now that's going to be stuck in my head too. In
All right,
addition
so-
to the MAGA We Are the World.
Guys, we're done.
We're done.
Thank you for watching. Thank you everyone who is, being supportive of all the shit that we've been dealing with. I appreciate that. And I will also say, I don't know if I said it, but the comments on the YouTube video itself were very wholesome, encouraging for the most part.
You
So,
said it at the beginning, yeah.
so that was good. But anyway, thank you to all the members. We had no sponsors today, so this is brought to us by you, our supportive sponsors who we love. Speaking of our members/sponsors, whatever, tomorrow I'll be doing my See You Next Tuesday for our lovely members. Cameron, just be prepared to change your SIM card, okay?
Sounds good.
Well, I think I would like to try and do our little experimental setup with the button. So we may have a safety net tomorrow.
Marquez Brownlee.
There it is.
Dave,
Mark
do it
Ass
again.
Brownlee.
Do it again.
Marquez Brownlee.
Mark Ass Brownlee.
Shout out to Blizzard
Wait,
working for
his
that.
name is Marcus.
Shout out. Huh?
Or Marquise. It's Marquise
I think it's just
or
Marcus.
Marcus.
Marquez Brownlee.
It's just Marcus.
I think there was a twist to it. I think it wasn't Mark.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong.
I think it was Mark. Well, anyway, it's not Mark Ass.
It's definitely not Mark
Marquez
Ass.
Brownlee.
That's the one that I know.
Marquez Brownlee.
Anyway, see members tomorrow. Dan and Hila have colluded. They're trying to insert the button into the members episode. And we're
Marquez Brownlee.
gonna try that tomorrow. But regardless, love you guys so much. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your viewership. And thank you for being you. And you're so fucking cool if you like this show. Like, just think about that. Think about how much you dumb idiots are out there that don't like this show. But you're one of the good ones that does. And how fucking cool is that for you? See you guys.
So cool.
Marquez Brownlee.